Yo, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a good day. I hope everyone's having a good time. Obviously, we were on yesterday, so if you're here yesterday, then welcome back. Otherwise, welcome to new week. Randy, let's go. How do you feel about the new pre-wipe events? Man, what do you mean by new pre-wipe events? Do you mean like the random bosses stuff that happened the other day? I don't think that was pre-wipe, so I'm not sure, but they were too short, basically. Spinman, Dono, Doc Reed, hey, how is it going? Oh, where's Tarkov? Oh, there it is. There we go. There it is. Hello, everybody. I'm going to start off small. We're going strong today. We've got, as usual, the Bix and the flag. And but now we have a fancy coronation mug. This is actually bought by my mother-in-law, which is quite fun. So we're full representing today the British Times. M1A, what's the occasion? No real occasion. It's just I've been crafting I've been crafting M1A. I've been crafting M61 like crazy. So it's time to move on to more of these things. I did do some stuff with the Scar H, which I thought was kind of cool. We had some fun raids with that. And now it's time to move on to the M1A and just like give it a try, right? And see how things feel at this time. This the deal. This the deal. This AGO trim. M1A, your favorite gun in EFT? I feel, for me, it's a bit heavy, but I'd like to play with it a little bit more. I think there's more possibilities with the M1A though than there are with something like the SR, unfortunately, these days. As much as I do love the SR25. Wow, these are cheap now, these waters. Oh, the sugar's quite expensive though. Maybe let's buy another couple of those if we can, because those are pretty pricey. Get this started again. We're just continuing on with the thick cases, because why on earth not? What else have we got to do with this stuff? Can I craft anything else with these? Actually, I do have one busted up car kit that we could transmogrify into a CMS. We'll do this with the good old whiskies. These are relatively cheap, these things. It's not too bad. Whether it's not worth making whiskies yet. We're like miles away from our next one. We literally just bought the previous thick items case, so I'll go and show you exactly how that's looking in the hideout now before we get started, which could be pretty fun. So there we go. It's another set of M61s. You only get 40 at a time, so it's not, you know, you have to kind of be a bit dedicated in doing it. Maybe before we do this, we should check what our dailies are. I'm not sure if I've got Survive Reserve, Electric Drill and UV Lamps. Well, 5 of them are not really easily doable. Oh, this is Factory Headshots. I just ignored this weekly. I basically just didn't do it. I've kind of, because I don't really need XP now, I've just kind of ignored everything that I've been asked to do. Banana Tofu? Yes, exactly. You're right on time. Long live the king. Indeed. Hello, Anno. Hello, Sad. Hello, Mr. Giga. We're running Car Kit and 2Cat Special today. We've actually been running Car Kit and... Oh, I've actually got a really weird loadout here. We've been running the Car Kit and Chemostat because I've got loads of them off other people, so I may as well just start using them. How does a semi-Timothy get over Solar Gear Fear? Well, I have a video about it, which didn't do very well, so it might not have popped up on your feed. It's kind of the annoying thing about making some of this stuff for YouTube, but there's a video, very recent one. It was maybe like 4 or 5 videos ago. I did about solo anxiety. But in short, understand the advantages of playing solo and just like change your mindset to be, I guess, like utilizing those advantages rather than like feeling scared about being on your own is the deal, I think. What's your go-to PvP map except for Factory? I wanted to get guaranteed PvP. I mean labs, I guess. I saw the roadmap. If they don't mess it up, I'm excited to try the game again on the next update. Yeah, it should be good. Turn on the map, you feel comfy. Lighthouse, I often end up just getting... I just fall in love with like the random maps that I end up like... playing. So like Lighthouse I'm feeling in the mode for right now, but that's because I've just been playing it at the minute. And it's easy to escape from that map. You can leave from Lighthouse really easily actually if you fight around chalets, and there's always loads of people there. So right now that's kind of it, but I've got stuff to do. I still don't like doing PvP on Interchange really, so I would still probably never say that map, but even if I've been doing it a bunch. Okay, let's just tidy up some of this first before we get going. Game's feeling rather sprightly. I don't know whether that's just me or whatever. I had some like junk that I couldn't get rid of because not all of it sold before. So we'll just clear out the last few bits of these pieces while we're getting ready. What record? Good afternoon. Hello, Stanchion. What weapons do you recommend from level 2 to 3 traders this late in the wipe? Well, the beauty that you have with this late in the wipe and that kind of like trader level is that you have the ability to buy the weapons that you want to off the fleet. I mean, it depends. It kind of depends on what ammo you have available too. So like 2 to 3. So I guess you're like, what's like 2 to 3? Because 2 peacekeepers. Like, so you're like late 20s, I guess. I mean, an easy. I guess. Let me just think. Like, what's straightforward and easy? Because SVD is good because you can buy the ammo for it, but it's a bit pricey. The good stuff, like what's like decent ammo, you can get 8.6A1 from Peacekeeper, but it's like starts to get a bit iffy. You kind of want to stretch towards Peacekeeper 4 and get 8.55A1. You should, I guess you could, if you get to level 30, you can get Workbench 3, and then you can craft the good ammo. So you can then use like AKs with BP, like 7.62 AKs with BP, or you could go for, you could craft M80, I guess. You could craft M61 and use the RFB. Otherwise, it's just going to be the staples, I think. 5.6A1 in the 5.56 guns like the MDR, or like BT in like 5.55 AKs, I would guess, at that point. You don't really have a way to reach up to something better, I don't think. Check out the vid if you can find it. Yeah, it's really not that far down on my list. Custom season for PvP. I feel like, I don't know, I just don't feel like I do very well in PvP and customs anymore. I don't know why this is the case. I'm not sure. I think it might just be because I just don't play there very often, honestly. And I just get impatient and bored. Like, I'm more, I feel like I'm less likely to chill and sit in position on customs than I'm on other maps. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I'm normally tasking there or something. I don't know. Let's just run around with this Baby Mosin for sec, see if we can kill any PMCs while we chat. When do you think the game will wipe? I think it'll wipe at least in a month. I think it'll be end of June. That was when I was thinking. But it could just be halfway through July, to be honest. Reserve? Reserve. Yeah, Reserve Underground is really good for PvP. Yeah, I think end of next month. At the very earliest. Just use AKM with PS? That's not terrible. I just feel like... Can you get your hands on any APM? 366 APM? You could try that with a VPO 209. Like, the recoil's pretty high, but it's a really good bullet. So you're starting to get more ammo options. We're trying AKM with PS, but I wish I had more BP, I guess. Yeah, BP for that one. Yeah. Can he craft 995? I think that's going to be a bit out of his reach, though, because of the attachments. Like, the M4 is just not going to feel that great unless you can mod it a lot. And at level 2 to 3 traders, it's just not going to feel very good. So that's why I think you could do it with an MDR or a SCAR for sure. Take the SCAR and put the mini monster on it. That works. Or just use an MDR and do whatever you like, because the MDR is always just good. SP6 from Prepel 3. That's not bad. For the VSS. That's honestly a solid choice, actually. You just have to be careful about overheating. But that is a solid choice. My server is always empty. I'm trying to take advantage. What should I farm where? Go to streets. Dude, go to streets. Like, search... Even the builder... Even if you don't have... Even if you don't have the check 15 key, just go to streets and go in that building. There's like loads of loot there. You'll make tons of money if there's no PMCs. What have we got in this? LPS? Okay. We've got a couple of nades. I wonder where the PMCs be. Five 6A1, good because of flash damage and pen on 800 RPM. It can be, yeah, but the... Oh no, that's not what I want. Oh! Okay. He just waited. Should have lent a bit more. I tried to like thread it in through the window. That would have been good. He was trying to do some shotgun quest or something. I quite enjoy trying to actually find the PMC on factory though. Yeah, 56A1 is okay. BS is better. BS is like, wait, yeah. BS is BS for 545 is a really good round, yeah. Skip the wipe, has it been so far? Plagued with technical bugs, but structurally it's probably actually okay. But unfortunately, yeah, the technical issues have just caused this wipe to just be a bust, basically. Nobody really enjoyed it like that much in the grand scheme of things, which I think is a bit sad because it was a Streets wipe. But like loads of people couldn't play Streets because of just the way that it performed, and I don't know. It's been one of the weaker wipes, but I mean, you know what? Like I had fun playing it regardless, so you know. I'm always just trying to improve my skills and that kind of thing. So it's for me, it's about kind of personal development, not necessarily like I don't rely on the wipe to make my fun. You know what I mean? Like the technical issues, sure, they make it worse, of course. If you've got like invisible players and stuff, then that sucks. But always die rotating on customs. It's because of lots of people. I like strong though. VSS ridiculously expensive. I don't think it's that bad now. It was, but the hype's died down. Like no one cares anymore. 90k? You don't have to mod it, right? You just put a red dot on it. It's not that bad. And you don't even need a grip. I wouldn't even bother modding it. I don't think it really does anything. Like I've got VSS video, like it just doesn't do anything. Ergo recoil, it hardly makes a difference. The ring for the grip. Do you mean this one? This thing here. Guess unless you have high traders. There's the other one, right? Isn't there another one that you can use? Oh no, I guess it is only this one. Yeah, fine. But it hardly makes a difference, right? You basically don't need to mod this thing. Like the ergo and the recoil really makes no difference for this gun. Really makes no difference because it's got such high fire rate. Like you're really reliant upon the actual like the weapon's own just innate vertical recoil, which hardly changes when you're using it on full auto. It's about the RPM really more than anything else. Red PvP with M1A, I'm like, oh boy, see this scav with the red hat and a sort of motion. Yeah, it was just our first warm up. SP6 isn't hard to get. No, I mean it's just here, right? Just this. Yeah. It's expensive. Only killed by other scouts on factory? Ah. One of the reasons to make me upgrade with Streets. Yeah, you really do need a good PC. Okay, so let's just have a quick look. So now we've got rid of some of this stuff. So have a look. So what we did was we got a new thick items case, and I've called this one I'm obsessed because I'm actually really enjoying grinding these things. Hello, Chad. You did indeed catch me live. So now we've got all cases at the bottom, which is kind of cool. So we've got to 4. So now we've got this one full of all sorts of fun things. Got this one full of the actual cases and weapons, bag stack, and like some various guns, various types. More armor and gear in this one, which is like all the spare junk, and this one's like actually spare junk and like big guns that we found yesterday. So this one, we'll probably start with this guy's weapon that we got off him, which is kind of cool. It's got like all my shotties and all the other junk, like keys and stuff. So I thought, well, we'll just use this final thick to completely sort out my stash pretty much entirely, which is nice, and just have these things just like unmodded at the top. We got this off of Scav yesterday. We did Scav on Scav violence because I thought he was a PMC, which is a bit unfortunate. Right, so this armor repair kit is also not working. I don't know where the armor repair kit is. It could be in my bag stack, which would be kind of annoying if it is. Maybe I put it at the bottom? Did I do that? That sounds like something I do. Yeah, it is. Oh, I did. And I've got both of these down here. Okay. Get rid of those. They don't ever disappear. They just go to 0. So let's go for a repair. I kind of like not really looking forward to seeing how much these cost. You guys just started. Hello, we're watching doing some raids. Hey, Shamanek. These ones are really cheap. The weapon repair kits, 68k. Body armor repair kits are like insanely pricey. 800k. Whew. The thing is, 850k. They're still worth it at 850. I think they're worth about 1 million and something if you look just purely economically. We'll put it in here so I don't lose it again. Leave it there on that side. Okay, so we'll take this M1A out. We'll have a look at this guy. We've got to kit ourselves up. So we'll start with some of these that I paid for earlier. So we'll go with this. Get rid of the BP. Actually, we do need our M61, don't we? So go through, grab, where's the M61? I just try, like, pretty much just by convention now. I take the finding raid status off all of these because they're really annoying if you don't. Because they stop stacking correctly. It's just a pain. Oh, I should have done this way, actually. So we get the BP. Yeah, we'll get the BP. Stick that in here and here. Cool. So this thing is basically meta. I was saying earlier, like, it's borderline between what you want to do, like whether you want to use the RK1 or whether you want to use something like this to get a bit more ergo. I feel like the ergo is maybe slightly more useful. I feel like it's a bit more necessary on this gun than like the 3 recoil. I think it hardly makes a difference. It's still going to be a beast like this. And we can go and stick this down in a case somewhere. Put it in here. Something like that. I'm trying to keep all these parts like loose and spare as well, because otherwise they don't go onto each other, which is annoying. Rip gunsmith people. Yeah. Think they're going to leave Unity? I think that's extremely unlikely. Always find armor repair kit in the garages area by Big Red. Well, I mean, they're worth a gold mine now. They're worth a fortune. And if you buy another armor repair kit and have one almost gone, you can repair armor, use the first one and just take away the next one. Oh, that's cool. Glad I picked some up. I did as well, but I've like finally run out. If you look only at the repairs you're saving, yes, indeed. Persistency, like skill decay or prestige bonuses. They've never even said that they're looking at prestige. They did have skill decay at one point, but they took it out because it was too annoying. Where do you think we need to go, guys? Like, so where do you want to see? Like, we've still got long line to do on interchange. I've still got 13 kills here, and for this guy, we've still got another 10 kills on Lighthouse. I actually don't really mind. Where do you think we should go first? Reserve. Reserve Underground, I don't think is really a good place for the M1A, particularly. Mesa plus SE5. I don't know if that's going to be good, though. I don't think I can even buy the Mesa. I can't even buy this because it's behind some quest. I'm not sure which one it is. Lighthouse? Okay. Lots of people saying Lighthouse, will do that. But let's just have a look at this in theory. So if we were going to do this, what will that get you to? 40 and 44. That's basically where it was when we started, I think. Let me reset that. Hold on. So if we put this back on, 40 and 43. Okay, so the Mesa one is like 1 ergo better. But I can't get it anyway. But what we're going to do, I'm going to play... I think I'm still going to play a close range one. I am going to play a close range M1A. Even though it's suppressed, I know. We should probably go with the BMD version, actually. You know what? If I'm going to play super close range, maybe we go BMD. Let's do that. $49, $43. Because this version is this one. $67, $45. That's pretty cool. I think I'd rather do that. It's going to go loud and be proud with it. It's going to be fantastic. We'll do a suppressed one in a bit. The interchange, I think, would be better for a suppressed one. Oh, and we can use these tan babies now. Oh, look, this is looking swag, isn't it? Look at that. This is looking great. Tow group employee. Yeah, I haven't done that one. We're going to go 30s? I guess we are. I mean, they're pretty cheap anyway. Not like they're expensive. What else we got? M62 tracers to go alongside. Let's buy all of these. I guess we could go full on. Should we go for the full whammy? You go for the 10 M80s. To be honest, the other two probably like, if you're saving ammo, then you probably go like the other two, you just go M61 in the top. And in this one you go 10 M80, 10 M62. I kind of feel like I want to use up as much of the sort of ammo like spectrum as I have to my availability, if that makes sense. Right, let's put that on, and then have any other razors or anything? People always just take my good headsets. I mean, it makes sense. Any map but factory? Kinda. Alrighty, so where's my meds? Anything spare? Starting to run down to something relatively sensible. So we're going to do, yeah, we're just going to go car Calloc. How much are the humpback salmons today? Expensive. Humpback salmons are always too much now. Basically always have to buy this using the thing. And then we'll get a Pro B as usual. Propitol up in here. We're still underweight, even though we've got this beastly gun, which is pretty cool. Paracord. We don't have a CMS kit. Where's that? Oh, I don't even have any. That's kind of shocking. Oh, God. A CMS. Armor repair worth 1 mil where? On the flea. Or 750, yeah, 750. Gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud, baby. It's gonna be great. Oh, let's just buy one of these. 30k. How much are the paracords? 38k. Alright. I feel like we don't really have enough space for everything that we want. So be it. That's just the way, isn't it? Right, I think we've got a laser underneath from this guy. Cool. So this is basically built from somebody else. Fine. We're gonna go Lighthouse and we're gonna try some more PvP in the old chalets. That's the deal. M62 is tier 5. Yes, it is kind of. It's 44 pen. It's not an instant win, but it's good enough with the armor damage, I would say. Ready? What's up? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm doing good. We're kind of caught between two PvP tasks. Like, the one that I should be doing really is the Lighthouse one, because that's the one that we need to do to continue on with the Lightkeeper. But Longline is also another one that I don't mind practicing interchange. Like, you guys know I'm not that bothered about whether we actually get to the Lightkeeper or not. Right? It's the thing that I'm interested in seeing what happens down that route. And I've already done Longline before. I just still feel that after doing Longline, I think the first wipe I tried to do it was 3 wipes ago, and I didn't do it. Then the second wipe was last wipe when I tried to do it, and I did complete it. And this wipe, like, we could complete it if we just spent the time on the map. We're over halfway through. So I'm much more comfortable with interchange now than I used to be. Still tier 4, but higher chance to pen tier 5. Kind of, yeah, it's kind of halfway, right? Halfway house. Razors your go-to? I think so. Either that or contacts. I do like the contact 2s. M62 worth buying over M80? Looks like the cost is big, but the performance is mid. I mean, it's better than M80, especially when it comes to armor damage against some of the class 5 armors. It can reduce the time to kill by 1 shot if you're just shooting thorax. Most of the time, it's not going to make that much difference, so it's up to you, really. I mean, the money's not really much of an issue now, so I think, well, I may as well. Like, the problem for me is craft cycle time on M61. That's more of an issue than anything else. Like, if you could buy M61, you probably would just load all your bags with that, I guess. Maybe not in the secondaries, but yeah, I'm thinking, well, if we do get down to that, then I still probably want it to perform, so we'll try it. Death for real. What's good, Giga? Been since yesterday? You butchered that M4? That was fun. Yeah, we took that M4 apart, and it turned out he had loads of good stuff, so we took half of it. Morning, afternoon. Hello, Propeasy. Waiting for the sound fix for interchange. Yeah, that'll be good. Can't wait for the first technical patch to come through, actually. Apparently, it's coming this week sometime. We don't know when. But it'll be good. How many more assessment kills do you need? I didn't have any luck in the few raids I did this weekend. I need 10. So we did 6 previously, and then yesterday we only managed to get 4. I need to, let me press the button on Twitch. Yeah, so we only managed to get another 4. But we had a good time regardless. It was actually okay. I quite enjoyed myself. It was fine. Like sword-ins and razors. I like razors, the XL walkers, and the contact 2s. I don't like sword-ins, they're too basey. I need 16? Okay, so you've done 4 of them already. All right. It's nice once you get to the halfway point, because you do feel like you've made proper progress. You know, you feel like you definitely can complete the task in a sensible time once you've got halfway through. And you kind of know what to do. But I've become a lot more familiar now with Lighthouse Chalets because of the whole VPX thing, COFDM thing, and then assessment, which is good because I was just not that good at Lighthouse really before. Like I did some around the road camp, but then the road camp changed. So now you can't go up on the rocks anymore because of the, well, you can, but you have to be really careful about claymores. And I don't know where the new positioning of the claymores is. So I'm going to have to spend more time learning that. So I felt like I took a huge step back on Lighthouse. It was only really I guess it's not south, is it? It's not like this. It's the western side of, like the beach side of Lighthouse is the only part that I really knew anymore. Because that's the bit where you normally just like run up and down away from the chalets. The lower chalet I still could do with a bit more experience on. I got killed yesterday by a guy who was on the roof, and I thought he was going to be in front of me because of the sound. Obviously, I should have known with the metal on the roof that he could be above, but he just like leaned over the side and killed me. He was like out of shot from the top of the screen, so I couldn't see him, which is a shame. I've returned once again to request that you do the thing. I keep forgetting which is the thing. I'm terrible. I'm actually the worst. One of those things, just a matter of time. Yeah. But the thing is, not resort. Chalet also needs a sound fix too. Apparently that's coming as well in this update. Sucks that Lightkeeper isn't a trader. Yeah, I know. I think I just kind of want to get up to the island. That's what matters to me, really. Get up to the island. Oh. Yeah, okay. We'll go this way. This is normally like the road camp way. You go the other way around, but we're just not going to do that. I'm going to come this way instead. Right, first raid of the day. Let's see. That was a step or a click from over there. Somebody jumping up that way. I couldn't even see him because of the way that the contrast was for the PMC. It looks like he's on his own, I think. Poor guy. Oh, yeah, XMC and an MP7. Big boy guns. Or he's got like a beta and stuff. Look at the armor, just absolutely zeroed. Like no problem at all. This thing is an almighty beast. I wonder if we take this off, can we fit it in here? We can. Because I think we should probably keep that like that. Minecraft, thank you for the prime, man. Thank you for the prime. You got it, subsonic. God, you have to be careful with subsonic in this gun. You know what the annoying thing about that is that won't count either. It won't even count for assessment. Just the worst. Giga Beef, hello! Sandy, lovely Andy, hello. It is indeed I. Yeah, we're too far forwards, basically. God, do I just have to leave with this guy's stuff? I feel like I do. We're ridiculously heavy. In a stupid way. We heard a click of somebody. Again, I probably don't want to fight them over here. It's not going to count. Yeah, worst spawn for your quest, 50% just died spawning front, indeed. Been watching you and Hayes since Danex had stopped streaming. I'm settling on you as my prime sub choice. Well, thank you very much, Mind. I'm a big Dan fan. I'm a big Hayes fan as well. So welcome to the stream, and I hope you enjoy your time here. Use my XMC for a lab trade. One shot, 3 people? Oh, that's funny. Love the car med video. And a finding raid. Naturate forming an argument. Oh, thanks. The finding raid video, I don't think it's the perfect solution. Guys, it took me so long to make that video. It took me so long. It really did. You know, we can carry on, I think. Probably safer going over here. And then if you do find somebody, hopefully it'll count as well. What's up, Thomas? We're crawling along. You know, we're just going to extract. We're so heavy. We've got 57 kilos of loot from the first guy. Really silly. Give the great attitude and informative vids. Thanks, man. I appreciate all the support, everybody. I really do. Especially in times like these when the wipe is the hardest wipe in terms of content creation because everybody's miserable. Or at least most people are miserable. And the game's got some like technical problems. Or at least it's a bit better now, but man, this wipe's been it's been a hard one. People have been the most miserable they've been in a long time. Google repairs terribly and doesn't sell for much. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to take it anyway. Screw him, eh? Suspenseful slow walk to the extract. Exactly. I mean, it's not... That's the thing. It's not worth... That wasn't somebody moving, was it? I think I conflated, like, the gunshot sound with my... I don't think someone's up there, though. Guess it could be. I don't know. Yeah, it's not really worth using a mule because you can extract here. Love the M1A. Less complimenting the videos, more complimenting the way you speak. Hey, okay, well that's cool. I did try to work on... Yeah, somebody actually gave me some advice a while back about like enunciation and stuff like that, which I went to have a look at and have a think about. So I'm glad it's paid off. How big was the area for assessment before the patch? It was tiny. It was like just the bridge maybe and a little bit around that sort of southern area. It's really small. Upbeat, that's the way. M1A is good, only used it for test drive. It's just really heavy is the problem. Thorax, this is the deal. Hit count 3. Overall accuracy half. Ammo used 4. The one a fragment? Maybe? That'll be on an arm. Damage not to body 88. I mean, it must just have been a thorax kill. Maybe no, but then that wouldn't have made sense because the first one absorbed and then I don't freaking know. I don't know. Killing one person having to leave because of weight is quintessential Tarkov. Kind of is. I mean, I could have left his stuff, you know, but it's like AXMC and an MP7 with a suppressor on it. I mean, the kit alone, if you were to buy that kit, it's 300k just for the guns. And I will probably use them at some point. They're going in my prize box. And the suppressor, actually. It makes this gun even more worth. Yeah, to like replicate this gun. Oh, so yeah, we don't need any of that stuff, but you'd buy this and then you don't need that. It's going to be about 400,000 rubles. XMC is not a cheap weapon, my friends. And then, yeah, then this guy, I mean, how much is the Rotex suppressor now? I can buy it from Mechanic, but that's 60k and the gun's 40k or so. Okay, 60k. People love the MP7 even more now. So yeah, it's like half a mil's worth of stuff. Who's to say PvP isn't rewarding, eh? Who's to say it isn't rewarding? I don't really rate Subsonic anymore. Question is, these days, is it even worth repairing it and selling it? It might not be, economically. Like, yeah, you get levels for it, but... Very surprised the guy you killed weren't more prepared for the spawn. Yeah, it's weird. I heard him because of the stupid bug, though, which is annoying. The one where he just goes and gives a little footstep. I don't think everybody gets it. Makes me feel kind of bad. But, you know, guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. How much is self-defense for? 48k. Let's just do a thought experiment here. So 83 points out of 100 and about like 1,200 is 7%. So 850k times 7%, 60k. So it's going to cost me 60k to repair this. Now that means that it's going to have to go to Ragman for more than 110. I don't think this makes sense. Have you been playing, enjoying any other games on the side? I've actually been really busy, so not really, but I've been trying to play a bit of DayZ on the side. Just been tough. Did you get to see spawn? Yeah, above village, kind of, but for a bit towards the rogues. You didn't really get half a mil unless you use it. Yeah, well, I mean, I probably will use it at some point. Compared to 60ish and sell. I don't think this will go for... I don't know what this will go to Ragman for, but yeah. So it's like, that's like a net loss of 35k or something. I mean, I guess it's kind of usable at 48. We can probably keep it. We could use it at some point for something. Let's just keep it in here. We'll use it eventually. Yeah, fine. We got the guy's Grizzly out as well. He had a lot of stuff kind of on him. Guess he was just packing in general. Ready for a big raid. Kind of unfortunate. We only used 4 M61s, that's perfect. How many more of these which you got? Yeah, I got 600 and something M61s, perfect. Great. Okay, we've got his beta 2. We'll take the MP7 out. We'll just keep that in here as a full gun as well. Unload all of this. Just for the time being. There's something about full guns that I just quite enjoy. Oh yeah, what was our insurance actually? I don't think we even checked this. Oh, big bag. Stripped RD. Okay, we've got some stuff. Oh, we got loads of razors back. I didn't need to buy them. Let's see. Do it that way around. Contacts, ULAC, lots of helmets, condors. Yeah, fine. Like, bring all these in. I'm not going to use this today, so we'll put that down there. Right, fine. Let's head back in. Yeah, it sucks because you're so far up that it doesn't count. Worst part about it. Lighthouse, let's go. At least we got out of the disgusting spawn and killed someone. So Sonic MP7, it's laser beam. You have real kind of delay, like bullet speed issues though, which is a bit of a problem, but it's okay. They are very close together, yes. I do worry how stale this game gets after a patch. When it's fully released, people stop playing. Well, they're going to continue wiping. They've said that they're going to do that. Love the Tarkov math. Thanks. Repair and use. Yes, that's what we're going to do. How do you normally get your base M1A? This one I took off somebody. Usually you just do the SAS barter. Wouldn't selling it and using a budget tier 5 6 be better? We should have done that when it was at 0 defense, really. And using it to half fund another Tasmanian Tiger SK. Kind of lame how all that gear made you so heavy you felt you need to leave the raid. Yeah, it was either like I'm going to leave or leave the stuff. We're in kind of an unusual situation though, right? Because like the AXMC is incredibly heavy. The guy had 2 guns on him, which is not really that... I mean, I guess it is for a sniper, but it's not that usual to have like a fully decked out MP7 alongside. And he had one of the heaviest armors in the game as well. Like, the guy's kit was insanely heavy. But yeah, it is... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like... What do you do about that, right? Do you decrease the weight system and then allow people to run around with bags worth of stuff? Do you... I mean, one thing you could do is just artificially decrease the weights of the armors and the weapons and things for gameplay reasons. That would be okay. Or you have some kind of system where the second gun, I don't know, they don't contribute as much towards weight. Weight isn't linear within each bag. Maybe it's 100% within the bag and then the sling is only a fraction or something. I don't know. Like, what are you supposed to do? You were trying to counter the fact that people just want to leave immediately with the weight system, but we also don't want people to feel completely unencumbered by it. Got to be a middle ground. They are definitely going to continue periodically wiping, for sure. You stream on Twitch? Yes, I am right now. Last stream, you were a bit stumped on, what do you level for if max traders don't sell the good stuff? I'd answer, some good gear could be unlocked for trader purchases behind the high level quest. I think it's a nuanced answer, Thwombo. I think it's a half and half. Oh, sorry, I should have the chat on so everyone can see. I think it's a half and half. It's like you level to get consistent access to like decent stuff, not to get consistent access to meta stuff. I think that's the real answer. Yeah, what if we could drop off gear to an extract and then continue? I think that's one way of doing it. I hadn't fully thought out the complete ramifications of doing that and like what that exactly means. Because when me and Church talked about it, it sounded a little bit like having a secure container with you that was huge for all the loot that you dropped off. So even if you then died in the raid, it would still be fine in raid. I guess it's interesting because it's not like a secure container because it gives you another location like to fight over and stuff. So you can go and risk it to try and drop it off at the access point and it could be camped. I don't know. I think maybe. I'm not 100% sure. I remember hearing both the continuous and... Yeah, no, there's going to be 2 accounts, is what they've said. Oh, look at this. And this is a bit of a different spawn, isn't it? People camp the extracts? Yeah, people camp the extracts now. Maybe make them dynamic or something, so you have to kind of like... You know, like airdrops are now? I don't know, have a helicopter fly in or something. Then it'd be more like airdrops, and people camp those, but... I don't know if allowing people just to take their free loot out of the raid is necessarily a good idea. Now the question here... Question here is whether what we should be doing trying to avoid this. And coming back and kind of sniping somebody as they try to come through themselves when they don't expect it. Or we just go in. We could just go in. I think I should be using Meldonin with this gun. I really do. I'm not going to take that. This time I'm going to end up overweight. Effin? What's that? Oh, it's just that little thing. Rimadol, look at that. I guess we probably want to use golden star up here. Before it's too late. Let's use one. Division's Dark Zone. Kind of the idea. Game penalizes losing players' gears. Yes. But this is the thing. If you simply couldn't buy an AXMC, you'd be incentivized to take that out, right? Like, if you found an Alton, you'd probably take that over 10k per slot items. Because you can always get money. That's why more of this stuff needs to be found in raid. Yeah, need more stuff to be found in raid, like weapons and good weapons and attachments and that kind of thing. So that you find stuff and you think, ah, I want to keep that rather than the ruble item. I think that's kind of the idea. First time jump. Had you edited that out of your MP5 video? No one knows what open world means. Darn, that's the issue. No one knows what that exactly is going to mean. The game. I don't think we're going to have anything other than raid to raid stuff like we do now. I don't think it's going to be fully open. Can't see that happening. If we see anybody far. No, I haven't even heard anyone. Very quiet. That has bad performance, just me. Yeah, it doesn't perform well. I've had to really tweak my system to make it work properly. Not a good performer. Ah, the skull ring. So some of these items are so tiny. Like half of the problem, isn't it? Items are just like minuscule. Giga, first time seeing live. Always enjoyed the analytical Tarkov vids. Want to say hi before work. Hello, hello, hello. Cameo role as a house steward in Downton Abbey. Wouldn't that be great? Oh yes, hello sir. Your tea is ready. Rogues be shooting. Use melatonin. Yeah, I should use melatonin, honestly. I might even have one with me. No, I don't. Sad. Never mind. How's the raids? Hey, Mighty fam. They're going good. We haven't had much action yet up here. We had one kill in the previous raid, which was good because they spawned with an XMC and they might have given us the big boom boom, but unfortunately for us, it was outside of the range for assessment, which is a big sad. But never mind. Such is life. So instead we're basically just looting up the place and then leaving, I guess, if nobody comes. Because the chalets are really the place where I want to fight people, and I'm not interested really in going elsewhere. Just because this is kind of where all the loot is in the first place. So if nobody's here, then so be it, basically. Oh, it's funny that like no one's come. Yes. It'll do. Up the pool steps. What's this? Bullets. RS. Rubbish. More junk. What's this? Silver badge? Yeah. Turning into a loot run. Fine, it's okay. Good old vodka. They're only worth 20. It's not really big value, but it'll do. Mr. Mans was quiet. You scav. Was that a publisher? Oh no, it's a redoute. Look at this. A bastion. Goodness me. I guess we could do the old switcheroo, can't we? Although I've busted his armor. We can just try to leave, maybe. Bunch of this stuff is just like actual junk. Like that. And we've still got our mags, which is good. What else do you have in here? MP5, I mean, that's just not very good. This. They're not very good either. That's okay. Delta point's fine. Other Salewa hot rods. Take that. That PM, that's good. BP sells for a little bit. I mean, the milk might even sell for more, honestly. We'll just keep this in here. I don't want to take his. Well, I guess I could take his headset. Ah, you know what's awkward about this actually is I can't get out the extract that I want to get out of. Ah, you know what, we can go Southern Road still. Oh, we need to reload actually. How heavy are we? 51. Go mule. Right. Because yeah, I can't go out of the Red Rebel-y one. Because you need to go with a armoured vest. You're not allowed an actual piece of body armour on. And if I'm going to take his Redoute, then I'm not allowed to leave out of the one with the Red Rebel. So, because we've insurance frauded our Class 6 armour, it means that we now need to go out of Southern Road instead. All the way along. So we are risking it slightly to try and like min-max everything. But at this point, we may as well. Makes a video about the MP5 being usable late wipe also. Says MP5 is useless. I'm not going to bring a vanilla stock MP5. Let's put it that way. It's the SD variant that's useful, and you all know it. The vanilla MP5 I'm not going to carry with me. That's for damn sure. Alright, can I get down here without breaking myself? Touch and go. But it's a go! It's a go! It's a go! Is 555 BP better than 555 BT? No. Why is everyone looting it? Because you can buy it on the flea, so you can sell it to people on the flea, which is good. Any tips for Tarkov Shooter? Tarkov Shooter 3, I presume you mean? The one with Short range ones. Take a VPO, use APM. Try and just do peek and shoot and then hide back in. You have to change your playstyle a bit to make it work. Do you know what you mean by valuable in terms of space and profit? It was funny to me. Okay. You have your stock on your M1A. It's because they're not worth taking because they're so cheap. You can buy them yourself. It's the butt pad that's really valuable. Yeah, M1A slaying is about... We're just trying some different guns with M61 now. We did Scar like 2 streams ago, and that was fun. Or 3 streams ago, and that was fun. So we're just giving the M1A a go. I think the M1A is probably one of the good weapons now. These guys are like high level too. But yeah, because you can get the barter from mechanics. So the M1A base is pretty good. M1A sounds so good unsilenced. I know, it's so good. Stock MP5 SD is useful. I still probably wouldn't take it. They're only 60k. People use vanilla one because of the muzzle velocity. Yeah, I mean, if you're worrying about that stuff, you probably shouldn't use the MP5. Those you don't run Abdul Bus? No. I don't like the downsides on the Abdul Bus. How much did 762 BP sell for on the fleet before it got removed? I think it got to like 2k or something, eventually. Because Prapor sold it for like 1,003, so it was going above that, and it, you know, slowly was increasing. I actually have sort of some augmenting on me. I can use that in this. Stock of Tarkov should 8. Well, that one is annoying. You just have to look at that. Look at that. Did you see that? Smoke Cola and a 2001 Mitch helmet for the 2,500 scav case. Like that scav case is great. That was like 60k's worth of stuff. Insane. Yeah, this chassis probably wasn't worth taking. Some of this stuff is good. Some of this stuff's not so good. I was also just a bit concerned about eventually just, you know, getting caught there, being stuck. FMJ, yeah, I actually prefer FMJ, personally. He really got the jump on me, this guy. I did not see him. Fortunately, he didn't manage to connect. Although Reduti is actually pretty busted. You're quite right. I didn't even sell it with... It's supposed to be 6... It's supposed to be 80. Oh my god. Maybe he was just drunk or something. Just, I'll just use my throwaway kits. Okay, yeah. Needn't to bother then. Fine. Alright, get rid of this. Put this in here. 9% of the players at Charlie's are high level. Yeah, we've still been doing well against them though, I have to say. Better than I would expect against people of high caliber in this game. Oof, these are getting expensive. Look at that. Gonna start complaining because my favorite armor is now 150k rather than 120k. I really do rate this armor highly. I think it's insanely good. Yeah, it doesn't survive for very long, but you don't need it to. Honestly, don't need it to. It's annoying that won't fit in there, actually. But whatever, we'll just leave it out. Yeah, so we're back to using Salewa Emo. That was 10, 10, 10. Oh, would you use the perfect quantity? Interesting. Yeah, we used the perfect quantity. We just used all the M61 and no more. I think these even sold for a lot to Ragman. Like 60k. We're going to sell that to Rag Boy, and then we're going to get our ULAC back on. Because these things are only 80. I definitely think it's worth upgrading to a ULAC for a Bastion. Unless you're going to wear like extra armor and stuff. Alright, let's remove the Trimmadil. Oh, we need to use another water. Of the M1A? Yeah, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I like it, but I usually prefer the SR. But we'll see. I'm getting back into it. I think it's... I don't like running it like press meta particularly. I much prefer unsuppressed guns when it comes to the really big heavy ones. Yeah, so this will probably sell for like 489 each. That's like 15k for taking the bullets. It's not too bad. What do we get done in here? XMC with a thermal. Yeah, that handles like a complete dog. Yes, the RSAS is a fantastic weapon. I do agree with that. I love the RSAS. Not as sustainable and cheap as the M1A though. I think the M1A is actually pretty cost effective because of the base barter. The SAS barter that you get from Mechanic is genuinely very good, and it's one really good reason why the M1A is amazing, because you can also get you can also buy, well, let's see, where is it? You can also buy this as well. It's lower, which is good because if you run out of durability, you can just swap everything over onto this, and it only costs 30k to refresh the gun, which is fantastic. But then, like, yeah, this barter is really decent. How much are Wilston's now? So they're only like 5,000. If you can get them down for like, yeah, 5,500 or whatever, then that's only 35. Yeah, it's like 100k for the base of the gun. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending. But very powerful combination. There we go. Now, I don't like Black Rocks. Lots of people love Black Rocks, but I just don't like them how heavy they are. Maybe it's fine if you've got elite strength, but that ain't me. It ain't me. Let's go back. One of the issues I have is I'm right on the brink of my weight limit the whole time. It's like one problem. Love how calm you stay in firefights. Don't seem to check or get uneasy. I do sometimes. It depends on the... Oh, I need my mule back. I need to restock my thingy-bobbin. I do. It depends on the fight. How many rubles do you class a budget loadout build? Like the full loadout? Probably under 200k. If you price it all up, it's just impossible. Like if you build a budget kit for 100,000 rubles, you're really skimping on stuff. I think it's probably 150 or to 200, because without that, the thing is, most of the time you don't have to actually spend all of that money. Normally, you've either got a rig to hand, you've got, you know, your bag, maybe a gun to hand. Like, oh, actually, because we picked up a mule in the other one, so it's actually fine. Amazingly, did I use Propitol? No, I didn't. I didn't even need to. It was fine in the end. Yeah. Yes, it does depend, though. Why are you so good? Because they give you class 4 top, nape, and ears. And high ricochet. Even the high tier helmets, like the Exfil, only give you class 3 ears when you put on the extra armor aluminium, which is the problem. Used to run the tan you like? You do stand out a lot. I'd never use the tan one, because it's a big target saying, shoot me in the head. Certain maps, it's fine. Factory, it's okay. Labs, it's probably okay. People are easy to spot anyway, because there's not vegetation and stuff, but you can't really hide in a tan Ulak. You could go to resort or dorms and stuff. I just think you're more likely to be spotted in a tan Ulak. It just makes it that bit easier for people to figure out which bit's your head. Even, you know, if you're crouching or behind cover or whatever, so they have to like figure out where your head is. Not that it's that hard, but it's just even a fraction of a second delay could be the difference between life and death. It's impossible to actually quantify though. What's the alternative to ULAGs? I mean, I guess the alternative is either something like the 2001 Mitch helmets or 2002 Mitch helmets, either or. They don't have ears, but they're cheaper. Otherwise, you're looking at like the high-end ones, like the Fast MT and stuff with the chops and the phase visors, but all the parts are all class 3, so I just don't like them that much. Right, let me just press the button before we get into this next one. Avid license for the loot run. Yeah, there's a street scav run that I have on my channel. This makes loads of money. I don't do it that often because I just find it kind of boring to run scav loot runs, but you can make a ton of cash doing street scav. Just run through the middle by Lexos, basically, and just like loot all the containers. Is there a bug where backing out of the game, Q loses insurance on your gear? That can happen. The word is that it is still insured. But if you try and insure it again, it will take your money. That's what people say. What's one weapon you're most excited about arriving next wipe? RPG and PKM? I don't really get excited about the weapons. Does that make me a bit of a buzzkill? I don't know. I guess, like, yeah, those are interesting because they're going to be very different. If we're going to have the ability to mount weapons on doors and stuff, those kind of guns will probably make more difference than any others. I feel like the game has enough weapons, so I don't think weapons is a problem. I don't get excited about guns that much. I still have a chance to get the Lightkeeper questline before the wipe. Level 32, think about 1/3 of the way to unlocking network provider. Do you have plenty of free time before July? You might get to the Lightkeeper questline. It's not as hard as getting Kappa. You only have to get like Punisher 5, Tarkov Shooter 7, and then there's a load of the others like Peacekeeping Mission. The annoying one there is finding the vertexes for the one before it. So you probably will get there. You'll probably get to the task line, I think. You might not actually get to see Lightkeeper or be on the island, but... Oh, Meldonin. Every time. It is raining. No good alternative for with ears. Exactly. You can't get ear protection and class 4 and also use a headset. That's the problem. That's why the ULAC's so good. I think the ear protection, well, for 80k, the ear protection probably is slightly overrated versus the Mitch helmets, which just don't have ears. Like, if you're looking economically speaking, I think that probably is the answer. Unless you're running, like, turbo kits where getting shot in the ears would be the end of you. I've got the condors on, actually. And I usually run those. Like, we're running quite a big boy stuff today, so we're going with ULAC, and we've got them to hand anyway. I feel like, you know, may as well. But normally I just run the TC 2001 or 2002. They're functionally the equivalent. They've got very slightly different amounts of durability, but it hardly matters. Helmet durability is not really a factor particularly. Not like you're relying on it to take, you know, 3 shots. You'll be lucky if you take 1, you know. It's more about a function of class and ricochet chance, in my opinion. Setting weapons on the surfaces will be big. Bigger than vaulting? I don't know. I think vaulting is going to be huge. It's going to be huge for me. More weapons with drum, the more chaos. Definitely in chaos. Not sure necessarily if fun follows from that, but... Oh no. I got hit by the invisible wall. That sucks. There's already people fighting all over here. Which is kind of good, kind of bad. Just fix my legs quickly. So there's only one gun allowed for each player forever. What gun would you use? Probably the RD704, I guess. Either that or the AK101. Those are my two just kind of go-tos right now. My two favourites. I just think that they're really powerful right now. Not using a helmet? That is an alternative. Just don't bother. Can work. Plated Bastion. Plated Bastion's good. Really expensive, though. This must have been up at the upper chalet. Like, it's far enough away for those nades to sound all the way over there, I think. Gav with the Ushank can tank multiple headshots. It did seem like all the clips I've seen so far, the Scav's been wearing some kind of headwear. Not a helmet, some kind of headwear. You know, like a Ushanka or a cap. Bit of a little clip there. Disappointed, like he was literally Entire wipe late, and then wasn't a trader. And casual players can't see him. Yeah. It's the fact that he wasn't a trader that upset me. Like, if you got the high level players testing him out even, then I kind of don't mind. If he sells like Altins and stuff. But the fact that he's not useful for anything kind of sucks. Chatter mass meta. I think 450k is expensive for a helmet. I don't know about you. Right, we know that there was some fights going on up here. So what's the deal? Guess we're going to have to move in, aren't we?
Keep quiet. Silence.
Ah, bloody flashlights. They are extremely fun to play against. Still can't use torches? Technically you shouldn't, because of the flashlight bug. You could see the guy's flashlight down below. That was kind of the reason. But how fun is using as a Valor with an ult in and the PKM holding down enclosed environment? I mean, that would be insane, but yeah. Yo, full tilt paintball. What did I miss? Well, we're just continuing on with assessment, basically. There's a bear in the area. Exactly. I hate how flashlights work. Yeah, me too. I think it sucks. I think it sucks. It's a shame, but we tried, you know. We tried. Did we even hit him, really? That's what hit him. What? Hit him one time? God, it's just like, it's so hard to fight against flashlight people. It sucks. And we got... It was the fight of the semis. It was funny. Flashlight shouldn't be that bright in broad daylight. I think it's fine underground or inside, but outside I don't think it should work like that, personally. Do you not think flashlights are a valid strat? They are, I just don't think that they're good for the game. Wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't with a semi. Yeah, it would have been a bit better, but even still, it can be hard to just fight against people with the flashlights on, because you just can't see like which side of something there are, or, like, it just makes it so difficult to see what they're doing. I just don't think it's a very engaging mechanic, personally. I don't really like using them either. I just think it's a bit dumb. But it's a good it's a good strategy. People use it because it's powerful, right? I don't blame anybody for actually using them because it's good. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think BSG should balance them a bit more. Like, make them less powerful outside. Because right now it's like, I know the bug has stopped people from using them for a while, which has been actually really quite nice. But the issue is that you just have everybody using them all the time, even outside. Like, if something's used in every single firefight and is just absolutely meta no matter what, then there's clearly something wrong from a game design perspective. Do you know what I mean? When I use a flashlight, I get instant headshot. I'm kind of like that. I'm more like that than I am anything else. I tend to get killed really easily with a flashlight on. I'm not very good with them. Yeah, so this M1A base is pretty good. Because what you can do is just swap it out for the ARE here. Fit this back on. I got a bunch of these. I don't know if I have Actually, let's leave this off for a minute, because I don't know whether I've got the part. Let's just put on the required stuff. So we'll go with which way did I do it last time? I did SE5, I think, and then we'll get a 30. Because you never really have an ammo problem with the 30. Actually, yeah, this will do. So we'll go PBL. Yeah, we'll do this. Assemble. Make this one. Will lights shine through a bag if you take them off? No, they won't. They cease to be an item in the world. Yeah, so I do have one of those. Good, and then we've still got one of these. A nice tan one. We're going in theme. Okay, so 30. I guess, yeah, we may as well just buy the 2 more that we did before. Only if we're starting to run out do we have to be a little more careful about the 30 rounders. Like, I'll always have a 30 in the gun. There's my M80. And here's the M62. And here's the M61, but that's fine. We'll just use it from there. Okay, so we'll split this into 2 stacks like we did last time. Actually, we did it in a bit more quantity, didn't we? A poles. We'll do 20, because I don't want to lose all my M61 if I can help it. 20. That and that. No, we don't want to take too much. We'll get 10, 10, 10. Like this. And that can go in here. And there. That can go in there. Those can go up there. Perfect. Now we're going to go for like another big-ish bag. For the trooper. I like this because it's really light now. Naturally. It's an insanely light weapon. Or bag, I should say. Take the 2 fogs. We want to take ropey. Up that. And then we're basically done. Where's my sugar go? This one. 3. I do feel like I'm better off with full auto, honestly, but it's interesting fighting in a different style. Like, I'm a full auto guy normally. That fight does sort of go to show the advantages for having something with a bit more durability. Because we got thoraxed by M62 through here.
Gold.
And that's partly just because it's low dura.
Lol, this is the exact build I've been using to hunt Sturman for Hunter. It's great fun. Put a 50 on, you can get away with it.
50 rounder, I don't know, man. Like 55. Yeah, I guess 55 ergo. I just don't think I need it. That's the problem. I don't really need it, so I'm not going to put a 50. Let's do this. Have balance them by introducing a bug, indeed. The bug fix is coming in the next roadmap patch. Like the RK1 Gangster Grip. I prefer this one. I prefer the extra ergo. Artificial secondhand mags, indeed. Besides Thermal, Razor, Voodoo, Schmidt, what is your favorite magnified scope? Good question. Probably Elcan, I would say. Best way to get an RSAS without being able to purchase them. Do the barter at Peacekeeper for dog tags. That's by far the best way. Can't pre-fire with semi. No, you can a bit, but not really. It's hard. Biggest upside to semi-auto is more ammo conservation. It's definitely true for M61. You're unlucky there? Anticipating the right-hand push and the guy kept strafing left at range. Yeah, I thought once he was behind... well, I thought once he was behind the box, I thought he'd switch over to then come back the other way. It was a bit odd, but I guess it makes sense given his choice of gun. I just feel like it's annoying because in those situations, you just think like, if I just used an RD with 50 rounder and just held the button down, like they would have died. Use the pad or not? Oh, I should use the pad. Oh, I've not got it on because I didn't put it on. It's because I took the stock off and then I put the stock back on, but I didn't put the pad back on. That's the problem. Are you in need of an editor at all? Probably, yes. I've had like so many people ask me, but the thing is it takes time to invest in actually thinking about doing this stuff. And like, also it's not the time of wipe to do that because it just doesn't, like, it just economically doesn't make sense, I don't think. Did you mean to leave off the iron sight for bonus erg? It's like 2 ergonomics. I'm not that bothered. I know what it is, but I can't use the M1A. Ain't like the SR25 feel better. Just it's because of the weight. Genuinely because of the weight, I'm sure. Oh, let me press the button actually for the twitches. Because it's a lot heavier than the SR25. When it economically makes sense, I'll join the competition. The thing is, right, for an editor, I need to put together an exercise to test people to do it. And I haven't spent the time doing that because I'm spending the time keeping up with whatever the hell I'm trying to do, you know? How you liking the M1A? It's performing better than I thought, actually. It's good. I do think it's nice. It's just a bit heavy. And I think I've become really accustomed to the RD. Is again, I've kind of got that like AK 101 syndrome, which is I want to make some videos about some other guns, but I've been playing with the RD 704 and really like it. So every time that I'm not playing with the AK 101 or the RD 704, I feel like I'm screwing my in-game performance. But I'm trying something new, you know, different gameplay style. Like a semi-auto is a bit different, especially even in CQB. So I'm using M61 at the top. I'm doing a combo, but employ Church. Could do. Church is probably too busy for me. So it's too important for me now. Yeah, we're just trying something different. Even a website or platform for people to browse potential editors. It's a tricky one. There is some places. I think there's YT jobs, YouTube jobs. I think is one place that you can go. I think that's Oh, I can't do that. Oh. Come down here and I'll put the badge in instead for this. And then I guess the cable's probably worth more than the paracord. I suppose. Oops, not. Wait, why did I put the chainlet in? There we go. We'll use this. There we go. Yeah, there are some. Like they're coming. Those kind of things are coming. I was surprised actually that there hasn't been more of that kind of thing about editor jobs and stuff. Normally people go for people on Fiverr and stuff, but like if you're like a gaming creator, you kind of want the person who you're working with to like know the game. It helps. Bonus to the M1A over the RSAS. It's economically a lot more sensible unless you're doing the barter because you can replenish the gun if the durability gets too low. And it technically does get to lower recoil. Now, whether that matters because the RSAS has a better return to center time, it's up for you to decide. I personally think the RSAS is better. If I'm honest. I thought I wasn't going to make it then. So where would the people be? If anybody's been inside, I'm not sure if can I tell from here? No one's been inside Hillside House. Okay, we're just going to go to Upper Shallow. Go there. Yeah, this really helps, by the way. Having Meldonin on makes a huge difference with the M1A, I think, because of the weight, partly. And the extra strength, it just really helps with making it not feel so clumsy. And then you get the extra stamina too, which both counts for leg stamina and arm stamina. Like, it's not much, it's a quarter of an SJ6, but it's the fact that it's ticking all the time. Weapon weight affect turning and aiming. It affects like the overswing, like how it swings when you aim. Has like a weird effect on the ergo. Would you consider too low for gun durability? Probably under 90. Otherwise, it's kind of fine, honestly. Like even 92 or whatever is like it's okay. It's very unlikely to jam. I've never had a jam from any guns at that level of durability anyway. I feel like it's extremely unlikely. But yeah, once you get into the 80s, it's probably time to think about swapping that bad boy out. The RSAS does feel so good. Yeah, I want to have a go with some M61 guns. Like, maybe we use the MDR next time. I want to retry out the MDR because it's kind of cool because it's got full auto on it, but I don't think the full auto is that great these days. Upper's been so good. Vertex and Kofdiems. Oh, there's somebody in there. I wonder where. Oh, they're actually over there. Oh my god, let me up.
Mixer, mix.
What?
I said the whiskey mixer, whiskey mix. The mixer mixed, whiskey mix.
What the hell was that? What kind of fight was that? What the hell? What's this guy on about? That was hilarious. Oh man. That's funny. That was German. I don't what? I don't even know. It was Dutch. The guy's just like freestyle beatboxing in some kind of weird way, trying to, you know, psych us out. Miskivitz, zivitz, zivitz. Miskivitz, zivitz. Okay. Oh look, he's got the chonk M1A as well. Dude's level 70! Holy moly! Look at these people with the huge levels. Insane. I think that's the highest level I've had this wipe. Madness. Should I have done this the other way around? Kept my bag or something? Bow, 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 bow. Something like that. Can I stick this into here? I think I can. Like this. Yeah, something like that. Dumpy bag? I could, but... What is a cheap headset? I don't know, actually. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, that was really odd. But, yeah. Who knows? The legend of Mixy Mix. Trying to mix his whiskey. Got gunned down by the beef. Mix the whiskey. Get beefed. Mr. VoIP. Probably just fed up, bored, whatever. Wonder if he looted everything. Run shallow with a PPSH, my barrel aimed at legs. I mean, it would probably work. Some fashion. This. Horrible thing. Duh. Bar mixer. Mixed whiskey. Time to extract. Do you control transfer? I should, yeah, I should have. I was being... Oh. Be honest, that's worth more than this. Actually more than that. Double. What's the highest level you've ever seen? I think it's that. On his VoIP is my ringtone. Mix. Yes, bullets, nice. Yeah, I guess we'll go. Kind of playing silly games here. Going around looting everything. I guess we can. Have a little look around these ones. What's the streamer's channel? I don't know. What was his name? Bravo Boris. It's fun to see other people's perspective. That's what I do like. If you can grab their side of the fight, then it's always interesting to see kind of how it went. That's the bit that I enjoy. I wouldn't even say he abused VoIP. I'd say he just used it. Probably to his detriment. He was just doing it to meme around, I think. He's the one who killed you last raid? Oh, really? Fun. The fight was so hilarious. It was good. Was it you who made a video before showing the perspective of the two guys? There was one I was fighting against Sunny. And she had the XMC. That was in my video about... what was that about? Interchange or the SVD? I can't remember. I think it was the SVD video. Maybe it was the interchange video. Maybe it was both. Another pack of milk. This L1, nice. That Aqua Peps. Sure. Real chemists. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate. Oh no, we got hit in the back of the head. No! I think we got SR2M'd or something. Was it Kedda? Oh, whoops. Manages full-time stream, that's why he's 70. It's the whiskey mixer. Mixes whiskey behind his whiskey bar. You have to say this 3 times faster in the German language. Funny alternative words come out. Oh, I see. It's a tongue twister. Gotcha. That makes sense. Oh, his name is Vasily. Ah, okay. Well, that'd be fun. I might go and check it out afterwards. Because especially if there's like 2 fights from us, then oh man, this guy just came in and killed me. Oh, never mind. Yeah, what was it? Oh, it was an M4 or something. Oh, okay. You lost focus with the Mixie Mix? I did. Have a nice stream. Thank you, man. Jaws? Well, it's because, you know, you were side on and you get clipped in this hitbox here. That's why. Like, where's the graphic? Let's see if I can find this for you guys. Where is it? So it's head. This one. On here. So yeah, if you're like side on, you're like running away from the guy, right? And you turn. And you get clipped in this bit. You still get jaws. Just how it works. From the side. How it goes. It's just how the Tarkov hitboxes work. What are the graphic once you're queuing? Oh, it's only going to take 2 seconds. Don't stress too much. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right, let's go for... So that would have been a really sick raid, actually, if we'd managed to keep our focus and not just, like, mess about. Now, let's see. Has this reset? How much is this, like, legitimately costing us? 27, so that was, like, 20... That was, like, 33... 73, roughly. How many more do we need? 377. 85. We need another 4. This is kind of expensive if they're not trading cheap. But... Oh, I've already bought one. Oh. Oh, I have to wait 2 hours. Oh. 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 Oh, that sucks. Okay, well, we'll just put them in here then. You can still build one. You can still just make one using the parts, but... What a pain. Maybe just go with this. Just stick on some stuff that we've got lying around. Okay, so let's go and get ourselves... let's do it this way. Let's go M1A. Do you ever get sus with a T to use name person is never on stream? I mean, that happens a lot. Now, I think... Well, to be honest, you could just buy this. I wonder which is better. You get, like, random stuff in here that you don't really care about, is the only problem. I think, actually, let's buy a base and just see. So this is going to cost, like, 34. I haven't done this experiment for a while. Because, yeah, because we don't want to buy some of these things, right? And we can use our own parts like this, these parts. We'll fix that in a minute. So then we'll go with 30 again, barrel. We actually have to buy the barrel. If you go for the short one, the problem with the little short one here is that the threaded version doesn't let you do that much. You can't do all the stuff, that's the problem. That's why you need the 22, because only then can you build things like BMD and yada yada. It kind of limits the M1A in some ways, I feel. But that's just the way that the gun works. The short barrel version is just not very good for that reason. Actually, let's do the under laser as well, just to make sure. Yeah, so 130 plus the base, 160. But we did get all the good stuff as well as the... Hard to tell on this, because I've got some of these parts already, so it's like hard to know. Which one's better? This one. So that's 11. This one is what? 12? Oh, we'll go with that one then. We'll do that one then. We'll just go 553. Actually, shall we? Should we go with this one? I do prefer those. They are slightly nicer looking. Okie dokie. Let's get this guy. Oh, we got a golden star as well. I guess it's not a complete bust. Golden star is certainly valuable. Right. Head is a sphere, exactly. What do you use for your video stuff? What do you mean? Like video editor? I use Premiere Pro, if that's the question. And we got an L1 as well. How much longer have we got on these? So we've got... Oh, another 10 minutes. Okay, well, you know what? We may as well just buy all the 30 rounders that we can. While we have the ability to do so. Okay, so we're good. Actually, I don't want that just disappearing off, so we'll do it like that. 20 of those. How did I run out? I basically run out of M80. I think I did. This is why we needed to do the stacks of various things. Because I've got enough M61, but the stacking rounds I probably do need a bit more. I've still got more M62, that's not too bad. We've got 10 minutes for the next reset on that one, so that's fine. So then we're going to go in with our splint. Let's go and do that. Fine, and then we've got one of those. I bring out Pro P. That, oh, and then a nade. We'll just bring like 2 nades. Our kick's got one up here. Great. I think that's everything we need to do. We just need a bit of water. And then we need to heal ourselves with another big grizz. And then we'll be looking fine, I think. Looking fine for the next raid. I don't know what we got to do on this. We've only killed 1 guy. Oh no, we killed 2 people for the quest. Solid. How much are these paracords now? Only 30k. Oh yeah, and then we were looking at using Meldo as well. Which I did think really helped, in all seriousness. Right, let's stack that up. Let's go! Yeah, we'd have made like a ton of money on that raid if we'd managed to escape, but... Are you trying to get to Kappa? Nah, I'm not bothering. Getting to Kappa just means you complete basically all the quests and you get the big secure container. Cecil, watch a lot of your vids. Thanks for your work. No problem, dude. Yes, I did. I have a 211 mil and it's always, in slash value, it's always full. Do I have a problem? Indeed. Especially about the M1A compared to RFB or the MDR. M1A gets the lowest recoil. I think it's not necessarily the best gun of its type. Like, I think the RSS is probably better, but... Notice you have 22 million rubles, 4 million euros, and less than 1 million USD. Is there any use for keeping all the currency stocked? Euros just come from quests and stuff. Like euros, I just don't worry about at all. Dollars, I spend a lot of dollars because I'm buying parts for weapons. And ammunition like 5.6A1, M62, M80, that kind of thing. Western parts. Love playing EFT, but hate playing solo. Looking for non-toxic, like-minded people. You can come play in the Discord. Like, we don't have groups all the time. Like, our Discord community is small enough that we don't have, like, tons and tons and tons of people playing. So it's a very kind of small, tight-knit group of people. You'll probably find non-toxic people there. Ever attempted leg meta with M1A? No, I haven't. Are these kills for like Kiva? Yes. We need 8 more. First 1 minute 20 of your recent podcast. Is that episode is silent? Oh boy. We keep having problems. Which platform is that, by the way? I'll just tell Church. Right. The Org does have low recoil, it's just got some horizontal on it. Why reflex sight? Because we're going to be going like close range with this thing. We're not sniping with it, really. Some would say that that maybe means that the gun's not really fit for purpose. And, you know, maybe I'd agree with you, but it's just I feel like trying it. Apple Podcasts. Basically, anything that's not Spotify seems to be having a problem. Oh, yeah, that's why I need to pop this. Anything that's not Spotify seems to be having issues with the, like, Spotify podcasts, internal kind of like mid-roll ad. I don't know why this happens. It's on Google Podcasts and Apple Podcasts. We've got this problem where rather than playing like the mid-roll ad section, it's just got a blank bit, and it's happened ever since Spotify took over Anchor properly and rebranded it to Spotify Podcasts rather than Anchor, and it's extremely annoying, and I don't know what the problem is. Really annoying. What's your quest? Kill dudes. We have to kill players south of the water treatment facility. I mean, so far doing these runs, I haven't met anybody going over to Merinkar. Afternoon, how's the M1A? It's good, actually, it's alright. It's honestly not bad. Still don't know if it's going to be my favourite weapon ever, but it's performing better than I thought it would. Ever since, well, considering how I used it last time. Go and look in the Merin trunk from there as well while we're here. The only time I met anybody in this area, this wipe, was when I had the MCX. And unfortunately, I did the MCX a huge disservice by using it while my sensitivity was changed, because I was using the LSZ H2 DTM helmet, Aventail, and face shield, which changes your turn rate by 15%. So I hiked up my sensitivity by 15%, or the equivalent to a, return it back to normal. Basically, it's not quite. It's like a, it's a non-linear relationship because it's a divide and then a multiply. Oh, that's a joke, isn't it? And then I forgot to turn it back down again, and so we played the MCX using like higher sensitivity than I'm normally used to. So that completely screwed me up, and I ended up just failing with it completely. Any descriptions? It still says anchor. Yeah, it's really weird, man, and annoying. You gonna VoIP me next one? Probably not. I'm not really much of a VoIP guy. Big bada boom. Merenstein Swabbage, opened it so many times. It's not been too bad for me. I found it's been pretty good. I found one of my vertexes in there. There's usually something good. Like sometimes you open it and it's just nothing, but yeah. It happens. Good use since I've been crafting M61. I did like the Scar H as well. All of those guns are quite good. There's a very nice range of different weapons. I think 7.62 NATO is a nice... Goodness me. I think that 7.62 NATO is a nicely balanced caliber. Try and get away from that, so that we're not just like incredibly obvious as to where we are. Okay. Because you've got some full auto, you've got some high ergo, you've got some low weight, you've got some low recoil, you've got some with better handling. The RSAS is best handling but heavy. SR25 is the best all-rounder, but it's not the best in any particular category. The M1A is best at out-and-out recoil, but it's extremely heavy. But it's probably the most economic to run because there's like 3 barters for it and the parts are easy to get. The G28 is not the best on handling, and by that I mean like PMC auto recoil control, but it's probably the lightest out of all of the M60 NATO guns, which means you can hold it up for longer. The FAL is just a complete beast, but it's one of the few that you can have full auto and a drum mag. There's lots of things about 7.62 NATO that I like, about just the way that the gun class is designed. For some reason I suddenly thought that somebody swung into my view there. I feel like a lot of it's more of an accident than anything else, but maybe that's unfair. I should bring smokes. What weapon do you think is the most underrated in Tarkov? The most underrated weapon in Tarkov. It's a good question. That's from a long way away. Come back to me later on the underrated weapon, I'm not sure. What I'm doing for this stuff. RFB kind of underrated? Kinda. Let's get these repacked. At least to some semblance of normality. We'll just try and take the guy's stuff and go, I guess. Rip and or F to those guys. I don't think the STM is underrated though, personally. Like, is the SVD ever underrated? I'm not sure. Now the question is, can I get to these bodies without getting shot? I don't know exactly where they were now. Oh, there's one. Let's crawl up. I got big SVD. The Strand Boy. Good for taking stuff, so maybe. Now, where's the other guy? I'm concerned about getting pranged still by this sniper dude. Like down there. This is risky. I feel like I'm just gonna get Can I get through here? This is what we need to bring smoke. Snake. We're gonna try it. Whatever. To hell with it, you know? What's the point of playing the game if we're just gonna hide, eh? Where's the actual QDC bit for that? There we go. Helmet. The Black Roker. Could go in there. Can stay up here. What have I got? Nade. Thing is, I want to keep the let me explain in a sec. Ooh, water filter. And what did I just put down? I put down something valuable then, a 2-slot thing. I don't know. Cyclone. There's more than this. There's more than this. Stack of M80s. Yeah, Zarya's suck. Get rid of those. The HVC is not terrible. Whiskey is good-ish. I need the paracord though. I guess we'll just take this. The TBL, we can just put it on here. A diary's okay. I'll put it in there though. Yeah. I could swap the stuff over, but then I can't get out with a piece of armor on. Like, it just becomes a bit awkward. Maybe we just take a nade. The whiskey's quite good, but as I said, I need to have. Actually, the helmet's kind of junk. Let's just get rid of the plate they used to instead. I think that's better. There we go. Fold the scar. Oh, I can fold the scar. Yeah, right. Drop your chest straight. Nah, I don't want to do that because then I am completely unarmored. And I want to go down to here and get out, but I don't want to like not have armor on. Just think it's a bad idea not having any armor on at all. Because I can't have his class 5. Like if I did Southern Road, then that could work, but I can't get out of here otherwise. Like I can go to Southern Road and do it, but I feel like it's too much of a risk, especially if somebody's kind of stalking me or whatever. But yeah. HPC and bike ride. I know. I can't get out of here though otherwise. And I can carry on and go to the other one. But I just decided I wanted to come out of here because of that other person. Yeah, the quick extract, exactly. Otherwise you can. If you go to either Southern Road or you go to past the shoreline, you can take the Black Rock and also the armor. But I figured like there was only a few pieces left. And I'm just kind of like, is it really worth it? Like, I'm not sure. Can't wear armor for Mountain Pass? No, it's the same as the Red Rebel Reserve one. Base model M1A on factory. That'd be funny. Yeah, the secret gamer extract, exactly. When wipe? I don't think it'll be for at least a month. Look at that. 2 headshots at close range. Nice. That was a good little fight, that. And we got M80'd from a million miles away. I wonder who that was anyway. It must have been somebody sniping from the other hill. Heard the huge kind of fight. But the extract is OP. It's good. The extract is really good, especially for looting chalets and stuff. I didn't use it very much before because it just makes your secure container a bit awkward. Even with the gamma, because you need like you kind of want to bring CMS, but you also need to have the paracord, and you just don't have enough spaces if you also want painkillers and some bullets and your injector case. It's just like there's not enough room. That was pretty cool though. That was pretty cool. Guy was like all M80, but that's actually handy because I basically run out of M80. So we gained ourselves how much? 48 more M80. It's pretty good. And then we got some of these high val things as well, which is nice. We'll just junk the Strand Hog. I'm just gonna sell that straight to Feds, honestly. I don't think Ragman won't take it, I don't believe. No. And it's not worth repairing because the repair kits cost too much now. We're just gonna junk it straight to. Did that do it? It did. Okay, he's got this guy's trophy Mark 17. I don't know why you'd put this on. I'm going to take this off because you almost always want to put the Growl on instead of that. Like that's the top pistol grip that's plus 13, but the Growl is plus 15. Whereas the M1A can't take the Growl. So this guy can only take this one, which is the best one for the M1A. So that's what actually we're going to do. And I'll just do it manually so it doesn't do anything else weird. We're going to swap over to that. And this can go back into storage, and then I'd buy the Growl for this, because you can't buy this. This is actually one of the few parts in the game that I agree with the way that it's structured, because you can't actually purchase this. It's finally made only. And it should be. It's the best for the M1A. Not the best overall, but it's the best for the M1A. It looks cool, though. Maybe that's why I had it on, because it looks pretty good. Is there a pre-wipe warning? Sort of. Like a couple of days before, usually. You see the pre-wipe events and everyone speculates. That's kind of how it goes, usually. So let's get our CMS and our splint back. That's quite cheap paracord. Gonna buy one of those. CMSs, they're about 30k now, but you can make them. Oh, and we had got this guy's SVD as well. I forgot about that. This guy's got a crazy SVD. Holy moly. Look at this thing. Base model M1A with a 50 round must be funny as hell. And uncontrollable too. The only thing that I disagree with about this build Like, this build is fine. But I don't like the shift. The shift used to be good for Ergo, but it's not anymore. It's not the best for Ergo now. So you kind of, if you want to go full Ergo, you go for the Cobra. I guess it's still okay. It's just not as good as the SE5. It's not quite as good as the SE5 on recoil. It's not quite as good as the Cobra on Ergo. So it's kind of like the one below each of these. That's why I normally go SE5 if you're going like fully modded. Yeah, I guess. This version does have higher ergonomics than the other version. What we got here? Spectre. Gone for ARE. It's fine. BT though. I'm a big fan of the BT. Glad I didn't get hit by that. BT like pretty much just totals this thing in one shot. Which is kind of gnarly. Not gonna lie. Ugh. Too damaged for me to use. Go with this one. We'll sell that and buy another car kit. I think it's, yeah, the IFACs sell for more than a car kit, even Therapist. 15k, yeah. Rollers, yeah, 45. Cool. I might as well sell both of those. Cars and this one. Trimadol, how much do they go for? 55. I don't use much Trimadol, but they are quite good. Usually put power cord in my backpack. Yeah, that's what I've ended up doing for this. Who was this guy that they killed then? Ryan at level 31. Ryan Inc. with the Mark 17. Nice. Okay, I'll clear that out as well. Very good. Very good. Let's just double check our splits. This was the 2010 mag. Fine. This has got 23 and 7. I mean, that's fine. I will go with that. This one. Wait, hold on. This one's 10, 12, 8. I guess that's the meta mag. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do for the second one. We've got M61 in there. That's great. So now we got to do... The only issue with the Meldonin is that you do smash through food and water. But we're using it in crafts to create thick cases anyway. So this is actually, we've worked this out, and partly with the help of the community as well, figuring out how we can do this to make it really, really efficient. So now, basically, we eat sugars after the raid, down to 1. We drink waters down after the raid, down to 1. That then means that we can craft waters in the hideout into whiskey. We can then use the sugar, combine it with the water filters, with the super water, and put them in the booze station. And then you can use those in here and craft yourself the moonshine. And then once you've taken the whiskies from here and the moonshines from in here, then all you need to do is buy the vodkas. It's the only thing left over. I think I threw that on the floor, didn't I? That's probably not worthwhile. We can make a grizzly, I think. Make a pair of grizzlies, because I've got some like 1 out of 5 splints, so we could probably do that. It's probably not terrible. Alright. The lavatory. Rerun this one. This is the Kajura one is the best one. This is the best craft. You just make loads of Kajura, sit on it, wait until it gets really expensive, then just sell it all. That one's really decent. Right, we need a bit of health. Get a bit of health. Cool. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. And yeah, we'd top up these. I guess the one thing we could do is figure out how much we got left. So we've got 68 M80s, we've got 526 M61s, and we've got 192 M62s. Solid. We can actually buy some more. Although I probably do need some more dollars. Just get 3,000 or something. Tide us over. M62. Not a bad SVD. No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, I was going to get rid of the SVD. The shift meta. Used to be meta, wasn't it? Back in the day. I'll probably keep the rest of that stuff. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. Sell that. And that. That. And that. Zenit. RK3. And a Cyclone. Then we can go to the next one. So how are we doing now? We're actually racing ahead now, thankfully. 6 more. Sounds like fun. Meldonin. Go for the one that doesn't need the rail. I like the one with the rail because it has better recoil. Well, they're good no good 4x scopes. Hellcam's okay. There were none that are like really big reticle. It's kind of the problem. I like how you review the guns. I like reviewing the guns from the people who die. Hey, I asked this before. Sorry for repeating. What's the difference between the Magpul, foregrip, and the RVG? Both have the same stats. None really. Basically, use the RVG when you've got a rail for it, and use the Magpul when you've got a rail for it. Doesn't the Magpul one have 1 less ergo than the RVG? Wish they just disclose wipe day. Yeah, I kind of wish they did as well in some ways, but what about the mystery? It does make life quite hard as a content creator because you're having to guess. I just had to make an educated guess to book my family holiday. And just be like, well, if I'm wrong, then I'm screwed. It's like having the most important work event of the year, but you've no idea when it's going to be. Why do the 50 rounders pack so much more slowly? For balance, yes. Or doing stuff with armor guns make most of the top attachments fine in raid? Yep, I agree. Add them into like increasing average per weapons box? Yes. Better to use the Grizzly after raid? Yes, it's cheaper. Do you level up your health skill? You get XP, you get experience points for healing. So it's better in 2 ways than Therapist. Use air filters? I should. I always forget. Remind me and I'll put one in after this raid. I'm also obsessed with collecting thick cases. Just got my 3rd thick. I always have 19 item cases and 3 thick weapons cases. I've only been collecting thick items cases because I kind of like the primo. We've just done number 4. Is Streets better optimized? I'd wait until some of the technical patches come through. Not yet. Should have pushed levels for thick instead of buying a bunch of item cases. Well, that's the thing. Item cases, you can't turn them. The thing about weapons cases is they tier up. I wish that there was a trade for items cases into thick cases. It would be good at least, even if it cost a bit, to be able to help you optimize. Right, let me just run the thing. Run those ads. Get rid of those pre-rolls. Only got 1 thick case and 2nd smallest stash. Huh. I just decided to collect them this wipe. They're kind of hard to get. That's the point. They're about 15 mil worth of value. Oh, how about the underrated question? I think the VPO 209. Maybe because of APM. Might be. I think maybe the RFB is underrated, although lots of people know about it. You don't actually get that EXP. I can't remember. Streets runs hard for me with a 5800X. It's probably the CPU. If you went from a 5800 to 5800X 3D, you'd probably see a big performance increase, unfortunately. Wait until they put this culling in, because the culling is going to affect Streets more than anything. Because right now it's rendering like most of the map, even while you're inside buildings. So the advanced culling system, when that comes through, is going to stop you rendering all sorts of random junk. They're also fixing the way that rendering Windows works. Apparently, right now it's being processed in like a really intensive way. Nikita was saying that Windows is really awful for any program of any game, and they've been putting some optimizations in for those too. So Streets just runs badly right now because of all of that stuff. It is unfortunate that the X3D CPUs run so well. Like, you can make Streets run okay now, but like you probably won't need it once the optimizations come through. I hope. We will see. Thick scav junk box. Oh my god, can you imagine how big that would be? The Vepr Hunter has... The Vepr Hunter has sucked ever since they put durability in my opinion. Yeah, I think it sucked ever since ever since they put durability in the game. I don't think the Vepr Hunter has a place other than the RFB. And some people have some things to say about that. And there's some counterpoints to it. Like it has a dovetail, and like there's some ways of making it cheaper, but I just don't think it really. It's too much. It's too much. Perfect spawn for the chalet. I guess we'll go to this. Oh, we got a pocket IFAK. We'll go to this safe first. Tarkov is incredibly intensive CPU wise. Yes, you're right. This is a actual thingy here. So the scab box is paying an intel worth it. If you want keys, it is. Otherwise, it's arguable. I just think the RFB is just better and cheaper. The RFB is so cheap now, it's actually slightly disgusting. Because you can do that barter. They moved it away from Skier 2 for cash. And then they put the barter in for 2 gas analyzers. And the gas analyzers aren't really used for anything other than the RFB. There's actually also a barter of the gas analyzers themselves for CPU fans. And while that doesn't make sense early on in the wipe, because everyone's upgrading their Bitcoin farm, later on in the wipe, CPU fans become almost useless because, again, there's nothing really for them. You don't use them for anything late wipe. So what that ends up doing is making them incredibly cheap. And you can get the RFP for about 20k. Pretty mad. Asus skipped? Where? Where was the Acer? Laundry? Garage connector? On the floor near garage. Oh, I'm going up the stairs. Where was it? Oh, there. Oh, I'm really blind, aren't I? What would I do without chat, eh? What would I do without you guys? RP is kind of meh. It is good for what it's supposed to be doing, and the fact that it's so cheap, that's really its strong point. Like, it is mad cheap for what it does. Oh, man. He managed to out-desync me. I was trying to go for my Pro Patrol, but I didn't hotkey it. Which is a real shame. I would have died anyway there, I think. He came through very quickly. Yes, GG's. Giga beef indeed. How desync decides every battle? Gonna swing! At least the guy's playing in character. Gotta give him props for that. I'm gonna use 6 hit count 1. I only hit him once. Okay. M62. Where'd he shoot me? So this is the thing. Because I tried to swing out into the corridor to catch him as he was running, but I was too slow. So he came into my room first. So he saw me before I saw him, rather than the other way around. He definitely did swing. That was his vibe. What he likes to do. We took 1 to the gut. Took 1 to the arm. We took 3 blunt damages. Yeah, okay. So I mean, this is the thing. You know, you get shot 3 times with M62 Tracer. that rig will go down. But I mean, I don't think that's a terrible performance by it. And then we did get shot in the chest, and the 4th shot killed us. Yeah. We took a bunch of damage with 1 shot, 2 shot, 5 shots. I guess the last one was a blunt damage shot that killed us, I suppose. Kind of what it's saying. A lot of shots on thorax. But yeah, it did its job. With that expensive kits at Hotkey Dim Stims, I know, I just forgot. Battle of the Semis, I know. Don't think you should have peeked the stairs. I thought he was behind me, genuinely. I thought he was like behind the kitchen. I didn't think he was in front. Has anyone ever told you look like Linus Tech Tips? Exactly, yes, about once a stream, indeed, Don. It's true. Thanks for the stream. Nah problem, Teddy. Okay, so we got a random VPX. I guess, well, we can probably just sell that to therapists, can't we? 100k. Goes some way of making back the stuff. We do need another Splintio, though. Let's put that in. Maybe just use, like... I'm swapping these things out all the time, so maybe let's just use this one. Because I don't really use more than 2 uses or whatever in any one raid. So we'll just start using these ones. Because otherwise I'm just swapping out, like, 5 stack splints the whole time. It just feels kind of silly. Yeah, we've got this stuff. PPC. One more of these TTSK, so we'll maybe go with that for now. We had like all the heals, which is quite fun. On that previous session, and we've got another Calox. We'll go with that combo then. I've got any grenades just to hand, got that one. I don't really want to use the other ones. Okay, we'll just get another Granata. And a Propital, and we will actually hotkey it this time. I don't know, I managed to forget to hotkey it. It's silly. Silly. Slap on the wrist. We got yet another one of these bags. Bring that one back then. Choo. Everyone loves the Trooper 35. Contacts. And ULAC. And glasses. It's good to be able to get rid of some of this stuff in here. Start to, you know, work it down. Maybe we even use one of these class 5s at some point. Maybe. We'll think about it. So, we need a face cover. Then we're going to need... we've got 2 more of these. Yeah, can I even buy these now? Oh, I can. I can buy them again. All good. We need to get another M1A. Go and see. Does Mr. Mechanic have one in stock for us now? I don't think he's reset, has he? No. I'll buy this. We can buy 3 of those. These kind of weird bases. I fulfilled the Linus quota. Indeed you have. MOE, rubber butt pad. Take this off. On with the 3. On with the laser. On with the BMD. In most of these situations, there's really no point of being suppressed. Because everybody can hear you anyway, because you're inside the place. Swing was okay. Had he not been swinging so fast? I think the swing into the corridor was okay, yeah. That was the plan all along, and usually that works, but as we said, he caught me before I managed to do it because he was quicker. Our man's was speedy. Sure. How many Alcans I've got? Freaking hell. It's because I don't want to sell the Alcans, because I do tend to use them eventually. Actually, we don't need to do that. Where's the M80 on? Here it is. Yeah, so again, we'll go... Oh, no, yeah, we'll go 20... 20. Yeah, like that. M61, M61. 10, 10, and 10. And that in there. Cool. Got this, get rid of these. Got ourselves another meldy. They are good. I do think they're worth it. Especially with this gun. When you're super overweight, they're definitely worthwhile. And then a heal, and then we should be able to go right back in. Alright, we do have this hotkey this time, and that's hotkey correctly. Okay. Good. Meldy's so expensive? It is, yeah. It is. It's because it's good. It's because it's good. Off to bed. Thanks for the fantastic YouTube content. No problem, Sloshy. Hate the backpack. It's light though. It's only 1 kilo. Would be cool putting on sunglasses actually did stuff for your vision. I wish that it decreased the brightness of flashlights. Surprised you even keep 153s and 215s. It's because when I do like random factory loadouts, I can just throw them on. Like towards the end of the stream, sometimes I just like throw them in. 215s, it's just because like occasionally I do like longer range like budget runs. I'm probably not going to do them now. I probably should just get rid of them and keep the suppressors. Full grip. Oh, I didn't put a full grip on. Did I put the butt pad on again or not? Any non-meta ammo you'd recommend? I don't think that 762x54R BT is particularly meta. I think it's insanely good though. Oh, and the air filter. Freaking hell. Follow any esports? Not properly. Sometimes I follow the Dota 2 scene occasionally, but it's normally only if I'm going to an event. Yes, the flashlight bug is still in the game. I have a Mighty. I have you both in. I have you both in one list, so it depends on how many people are typing from each side. This is why loadout presets would be good. Because it's very easy to get distracted by stuff and then not completely create the build that you intended to make. We'll just go Cobra this time instead. Actually, you know what? We could do... We don't need to go Cobra because this is a... Yeah. There's a ergocentric build anyway. Oh. Yeah, butt pad isn't on, is it? Why is that? Is it because... Yeah, it's not working, that's why. Why is it not working? I feel like it's because there's something wrong with this where it detects that there's a butt pad somewhere and then it doesn't apply it. It says, oh, you have one, but then it can't grab it and then it doesn't. Really annoying. So this is completed now, right? We actually do have everything. Freaking hell. Ate your insurance? I think it's still technically insured. Probably accept this and this. We'll never know. Right, let's push the button on Twitch. JK. Mighty. Oh, I should have put this back up. Sorry, guys. What about the air filter? Oh, no. There's too many things to remember. God damn it. You don't need insurance? Exactly. There's always something where just like I give up. Like late game, there's just no way to remember everything. Do this and do that and do the same. Like there was a ridiculous stream I did the other day where I basically said anytime we go above 20 million, we have to spend all the money. And I ended up going in raid with, so I had like Meldonin on and something else. I can't remember what I used. But then I was like, right, but to counteract that, now we need to use the SJ12. And then I had like food on me as well, a max energy or a Pevco or something. I was just like, get into raid. It's just like, it's just like ridiculous. Trying to remember all the stuff. Oh man, yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Oh, dear me. How many more did we need? 6. I'll just be happy when we have loadout presets and you can set like which stims you want and blah blah blah. Streaming and making sure the loadout is ready and reading loads of chat is ridiculous. It is. It's not easy. Get a checklist like a pilot. You actually should. I do have that for certain things. I have that for going live. I have that for making YouTube videos. Because there's a lot of stuff to remember for both of those things as well. So I should do it for certain loadouts. It's useful. Problem is I chop and change too much and then I don't need it anymore. But yeah, leaving the door, keys, mobile wallet. Definitely. It is exactly like that. To leave the hideout, what do I need? Foregrip? Helmet? Stims? Small child. They somehow find a way to ensure that you don't forget to leave them. They definitely make their presence known. Yeah. Who cares about strength skills anyway? I'm in the process of potty training twins. I know. Oh, you told me before you had twins, which I don't know how you manage with that, but we're in the process of potty training as well, but just with one of them. And that's bad enough. I don't know how you deal with twins. That's crazy. Do they synchronize their... Can you get them to go at the same time at least? Correct me if I'm wrong, but to win firefights, you have to be quick and decisive. Make decisions and move quick. It depends what kind of firefight. CQB, yes. At longer range, not so much. How do you manage with the M1A SAS being so heavy? This particular loadout and using the class 6 rig is light enough that I'm not overweight when I get into raid, which is good. Maldonian helps because it gives you more strength. But yeah, this particular loadout is underweight when we come in. It's quite close to the line, but... Are you going for Capit? Nah. I just find it boring doing shooterborn and stuff, so I'm not going to bother. Let's not go to this chalet. Let's go to the other chalet. They're copying each other. Is Tarkov worth it? I used to be active in the community. Lone Raiders kind of fell off for me to do the same questline 3 times in a row. Maybe play the next wipe. Or if you want to get your eye back in, like, dabble on this one. But I don't know. I would say, like, technically the game's in quite a awkward state right now because we're going through the audio transition. It's like audio engine transition plus technical stuff for streets and lighthouse and quite a few problems. So I would wait until they've got like a bunch of technical patches that are coming, and I personally would want to wait for those first, I think, or like jumping back in fully. But if you just want to get your eye back in, then maybe it's okay. Barely hold angles with the weapon before losing arm stam. Well, this is how it looks. We're not using the suppressed one, so we actually have ergo. You can see my arm stamina down in the bottom left now. It's not, you know, it's not too bad. Maldonian helps though. It's being boosted by Maldonian. Because arm stamina also falls under the same category as stamina, so it boosts both leg stamina and arm stamina, which is kind of cool. Somebody up at the back. Oh my word! That's smart. Ow! Just a naked PMC. Yeah. Holding angles in Tarkov is bad due to desync. It is. You have to predict when they're coming around and go. We saw my man's double barrel coming out. Because he's at least got a tiny little bit of warning. Always beating the girl. She's advanced with everything, but he was straight on it. Nice. Holy naked shotty, exactly. Thug. Man is really a thug. Jeez. ENB, SJ12, Perfaturan, Mule, Morphine, Adrenaline, SJ6. And a Propitol. Perfect cocktail. Perfectly balanced. Everything perfectly balanced. Well, it counts as a kill, though. Don't care how undergeared they are. Hmm. I wonder if they're just the one person in here. Hmm. And the situation would be great if every little movement didn't make noise. Yeah. It would be, wouldn't it? Fortunately, that's just not how Tarkov works. I do think it's a bit of a hindrance to some kinds of movement. Something on the shelf in laundry. Oh my god, is it laundry every time? I somehow miss something down in laundry every single time I go in there. Apparently. Oh. Is there something? Anything? I don't think so. That's progress. Oh, we're getting there. 15 out of 20. Need another 5. Doing okay. Moldonin. Useful. There's me 100k. Packet of thingamabobbers. Don't care so much about that, really. LG with a Glock. It's US. It's annoying these coming packs of 8, isn't it? Very much less than ideal. These questions, quest where it says kill X people in Y location. Does that mean you have to be in the spot, or the person you kill is in the spot, or both? I think usually it needs to be both. But I don't think it always is necessarily like that. Rando morphine. You know what, let's... I'm gonna whip the propy out. So we've got a second one, just I usually bring a second. Okay. A video about what injectors to use? I have a video about like random underrated stuff. Did I go through all injectors at some point? I think I did. I was almost tempted to make some kind of video index link, if that makes sense. So just have a list of like all the videos I've done on all the various topics and what patch they were from, or like what date. Because YouTube will only show people new stuff, right? So if you're looking for things, like a lot of the stuff is kind of evergreen, like timeless stuff. Not always, because the patches happen and whatnot, but some of these things have longer longevity than YouTube would like, because all the people who they think it's interesting for have seen it already. But then other people ask me about like, oh, have you got a video on this? Have you got a video on that? And I'm like, well, I do, but it's like, it's hidden underneath the YouTube algorithm, so you're not going to see it unless you go and search for it in particular. And because often the videos that I make now are not targeted for search particularly, they don't necessarily come up that easily if you do try to search for them, which is kind of a bit odd thing. So yeah, I was thinking about making a video index. I'll have like weapons section, mod section, game mechanics section, all of that kind of stuff. I think it would be cool. Just have it in like a Word doc or something. It doesn't even matter, like Google Drive, whatever. Be handy. Oh, good old Bitcoin. Love finding Bitcoin. All right, let's get this way. Best keys for 3-story dorms. I mean, it's basically just Mark 2, right? Usually if you wait here this long, there's normally somebody who comes, but...
Feels good to watch someone who not complains about the game 24/7 while it's in beta.
Oh, we got him. Sick. Sick fight. GG's to that guy. That was a really, really good fight. That's probably one of the best fights I've had to date. Nice from both of us. Dude, Shadefear, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you, man. Thanks for the super. That was cool. I'm not sure. We'll see. RD or mutant? I feel like RD. I'll have to have a look though. I love how I was just like, you know, it's always funny when you come around and it's just like nobody here, and it's just like out of the corner. It's like, oh my god. Oops. Oh no, stop. Annoying. I meant unload. Because I wanted to see where we were. There we go. M61s. Because I want to see if what the last bullet is. To see whether which type I should be loading. Helmets save lives, absolutely. The ULAC has really been doing a great job. Shots will always bring another. Maybe. Let's see. HC. That was a good fight, this man. He can keep his Bagari. I'm not going to afford anything, I'll just take everything. Well, imagine, I guess I don't even need to forward, I can just take the whole kit, right? Come on. Let's go! A bit nervous just like running out of here, but... What do you have in this? M80, yeah. Bounced an M80 off the top of the head. Always feels good. And try not to jump because it wastes a lot of stamina. We're kind of on that borderline. 52 kilos where we're just got enough so that we can not lose stamina when we walk. Let me stand back up. Come on. Here we go. Just a little more. So this extract is actually OP for fighting an upper chalet. Genuinely is. Wait, did I bring paracord? Oh, I forgot to bring paracord. No! Another thing that I forgot to bring. Too much preparation required. We'll go to past the shoreline. Hope we don't meet too many spoopy boys on the way. We shall see. Yeah, what's our armor looking like? 20.7? Yeah, so it takes... That's after one hit of BP. Gonna chill here for a moment. I don't want to crouch because then you take a penalty when you stand back up. Yeah, if you stay around here too long, bang, 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 bang. I know we got like full auto spray down. That's probably the reason why you don't use the full auto, though. I feel like maybe he would have killed me if he had it on semi. I was using this guy on semi the other day and it felt really good. Well, it felt decent anyway. It didn't feel uncontrollable. I just think on full auto with M80 on the Scar, I just don't think now it... You have to be very close, let's put it that way. You have to be really close to make it worthwhile, I think. Contact can go into the rig. Can. You're right. I do have the better 308 though. I'm surprised as to how little M61 I've seen, if I'm honest. Because M61 is incredibly good. Like, it's stupidly good, M61. It really is. Yeah, there's always something. Gear fear is real thing. Also running gear is good enough for your skill level. Yeah, you can't just go from 0 to slick. Yeah, this thing's been great, guys. Twerker and Melkos, they understand. The ULAC. A random scav. I don't know whether we want to bring the ire of other people in. Probably not. Why no iron sights? It's just because it's like 2 ergo or something. I don't... You know, I should... Oh, God. Should put them on in theory. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not a scav. I thought it was a scav. We were going to clear that fence easily. And then it was all going to be great, but I'm just too heavy for it, apparently. Show the build after extracting? Yeah, can do. Can do. So if we get caught now, we're dead, but the extract is just around there, so I don't think it's worth regaining stam. Incoming headshot, 2, 3. 560 rounds of M61 because I've just been running other stuff. I've been running, yeah, I've just been crafting it. I've got about 500 rounds of M61 and I've started to get around to using it. I crafted up a pile of BP, was using the RD, and then stopped doing that for a bit. Now it's onto the M61 guns. Just run shotties, only upgrade his armor and stims, no gear fear. What looked too funny? It did. Dark was rough. Everyone having bad Discord audio issues. That sounds weird. 2800 BP? That's crazy. The nice thorax kills. Just M61 is just insanely powerful. Oh, was this guy... Did he hit me with makeshift BMG slug? I did actually notice that in his rig, but didn't think much of it. Odd. 1700 PS12B? That's a problem. You've got an issue there. Ash enjoyers. Started running full Chad the last few weeks when I realised I cannot run out of money. Even if you just upgrade kind of this and that and the other, kind of hard to run out of money a lot of the time, especially in the end game. So a bit more M80 we've got, nice. That car kit will be donated to the cause. I don't know what it is about these that people like, AAC, SDN. I don't know what people like about it. I don't know why they use those. I find it interesting. It's not the best in slot, but it's quite expensive. Good muzzle velocity, but... Because for me, I would either go Thunder Beast, just because it's kind of light and decent, 3666. Whereas people are going... And it's cheap. People are going for... Where even is it? Where is it? Oh, this one. Yeah, so we're saying 3666 for this guy. This one's 3368. So Thunder Beast is better than this to start. And then this one, 3660, is the best one. I don't know, I just prefer the Thunder Beast. I think I get myself like stuck into very particular things though. I just always use the same stuff over and over because I know the Thunder Beast better. I know I can get it on a barter, so it's like, why would I use the other one, which often tends to be more expensive? You know, if this guy is 60k on the flea market, it's just, I don't understand why this is 60 something K. I think that's the question. Like, why is this cheaper? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. You have maxed out Bitcoin form? I do. Speaking of events and wipe, anyone remembers the drought event? Yeah, I don't think the wipe came after that, no. That was not a very good event. It could have been a good event, but it wasn't a good event. Because they were just like, oh, no one can drink anymore. And then they just basically deleted water out of the traders. But rather than piling water up in some hotspot on each map, which is the way that that event would be fun, by the way, they just didn't change anything about the way the maps work. So people who had the flea and could buy Aquamaris and stuff were fine, and then all the new players were just screwed because therapists didn't have any water. It was very weird. That one was a bit of a fail. Oh, yeah, we got Bitcoin as well out of that one, didn't we? Nice! Do you love a Bitcoin? Love a free Bitcoin. Does the Scar come with that muzzle brake already attached? Doesn't it come with the Scar one? I didn't think it came with the AAC. But yes, I do have maxed Bitcoin. I just buy all the cards. I just think you may as well. And it's kind of fun. Oh, I know what we were going to do. We were going to do filter, weren't we? But the problem is now I'll do this and then I'll do this now and then I'll forget to take it out. So it'll just burn in here while I'm not here. Oh well. I got it. 6-1, fine. Yeah. 2010. 2010. Good. This basically is no point repairing that really. This guy though. Another one of these rigs that's kind of needs to go. Problem is, like, yeah, you get shot once with BP and it turns it to that. They don't repair that well. Like that. The problem with these is because they're so specific. Maybe we go with the hex or something. Let's just. Oh no, but then I can't get out the extract. Oh, that's the problem with the hex grid. Okay, we'll buy another one then. I'm not allowed. What else are we going to wear then? A different kind of rig. This one, the Osprey. Well, now I'm overweight because the Osprey's really heavy. So this is the problem. This is why I've ended up settling on it as like my perfect thing, perfect rig. Could use this, I guess. Actually, what was the other one that we had? There was this one. I've just got it like set up here somewhere, I think. This one, yeah. Just use the Goons one. We look cool as well. I'm gonna use it at some point, right? I do like having class 6 on though, I will say. It does feel a bit better. But it's a good piece of armor. So I'm either gonna sell it or nothing. Actually, how much does it sell for? Let's just quickly check that. 118. That's a decent sale. Bam 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 bam. Right, we'll take one more nade. Kind of close to the limit though again on weight. Well, let's see. That's fine, just about. And then we've got... What was the other stuff? Meldo. Did I take one in here? I did actually have one in here. Ah, and I need another Propatal too. Let's grab another Propy. For the Stims case. Perfect, that's good. Air filter, I did, yes. So this is the build. BMD, longest barrel. Advanced tube with a MOE butt pad plus stock. 30 rounder. You could swap this out for something slightly better, this one, but we're talking one ergonomics. It doesn't really make much difference. Laser underneath. This one, RK1, which I think on this one is probably better. You probably want more recoil reduction because you're sacrificing a little bit by going BMD, but you're still really low. You don't need as much ergo. And like, yeah, you can technically then go for like Chris Defiance front backs. That's what I didn't do before. Yo, Talkie Man, how's it going? I hope you're well. Well. All relaxed, recuperated, recovered from your big trip away. I know we came in to see you yesterday as well, so that was all good fun. But yeah, I hope you're recovered and doing well. How's today been? How's your raids been? You know what? We're gonna swap this CMS over. Because a 2 CMS is not a good CMS and don't like it. No paracord. Good point. Paracord. I bought one on the cheap last time. Let's bring it with us in here. Actually, I guess I could have brought the 2. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. we'll go. All of our stuff healed? Yeah. Too much to remember, guys. Always so much to remember. Jeez. Tried to put my bag before I log out, so I put back the next day before I raid. Hey man, raid's been rough. Jumped on some Daisy afterwards, but then the servers went down. Oh dear. I've been trying to get into a little bit of DayZ, which has been kind of fun. Just off stream, just like playing around a little bit. I keep running out of time though, so I haven't been able to put enough dedicated time into it, which is a shame. But I'd like to play. I'd even like to play on stream at some point, but I'm still like figuring stuff out again. I've played like years ago, but I haven't played for a long time, so it's all I'm having to relearn everything basically. Are we going to see some MDR action today? Probably not. I'll probably do that on a different stream. Hopped on, start some crafts, collect the bitcoins. Good plan. Labor traitor. If I take them off another person, it's all good. I'm not going to sell them to therapist, but we did do Meldy. We did actually remember. Better for the Mesa tube? I don't know, but I can't buy the Mesa tubes. The problem. You in the elite north or dirty spit southerner? Actually, in the Midlands, so everybody hates me. Welcome everybody. Anyway, I'm Gigabeef. Welcome from Talkie's stream. You may know me from YouTube. I make video guides and other types of content on there, and I do stream as well, both on Twitch and YouTube. But YouTube is mainly what people know me for because I tend not to be able to be on all that much. But I'm on when I can. Hopefully, at some point we'll be able to change it. But welcome. When are you going to play Streets? I don't have any quests for Streets right now. I don't have anything to do there. Maybe I'll just play a bunch at some point once we've finished Longline and Assessment. Maybe I'll just do some. I think it'd be fun. Chill but unforgiving. DayZ has a lot more downtime than EFT. You're not... There's lots of like low pace action, and then suddenly it all goes crazy. Like the highs and the lows are sort of like there's just longer stretches of like not a lot happening, and then the intense periods are like really, really crazy, which is kind of like made up for because of the low intensity of the downtime, which is kind of weird. But got Kappa, well done, Balam. I assume you'd unlock the purchase given how much labs you'd played. No, I haven't actually. DayZ is great, highly recommend. Some reason I don't have gear for on DayZ, even though you lose it all on death. I don't do stashes. Thing is, it's so arduous sometimes to get back to where you stashed everything. So nice from Hobbitland as well. Good stuff. Someone like Keeper's quest on Streets. Yeah, I think so. Airwing was doing the last one, and he had to kill just 50 PMZs on the streets. Now, I'd really like to have that one to be able to do it. That would be really fun. Like Keeper going to be a vendor? Well, that's what they said. I sure hope it is. Right, let me just press the button on Twitch, and then we'll get into this next road. Isn't Hobbitland Devon? Nah, more like the Shires, you know? Thoughts on SA-58? I still think it's too unwieldy and cumbersome to be an all-round good gun. It's okay at mowing people down at point blank, but there's lots of guns that are good for that. I think that's the problem with it. Yeah, DayZ's a funny one. There's like so much more about like player interaction and stuff, and like VoIPing with people and that kind of thing. It's weird being server based too. But you have to kind of really pick your server carefully, because if you choose a server and then you can't get in, kind of sucks. I'm not really sure how people deal with that. Midlands represent. Right. Which one's this one? Need to stash a Reap in Skybridge and get to level 10 sniper. Probably pop this before we start running. Good idea. Gonna have to come through the back of village on this run. Back of village, up the rocks, all the way to chalet. Because the problem is I have to get far away enough from the bridge that assessment will count. The biggest problem with this quest, if you spawn up there, like I got a kill at the beginning of the stream and it didn't count. London is Mordor, probably. Have you noticed the Mildonian image is great in game when you use its pink? Yeah, I have noticed that. It's a strange one. Right. Seems like Lone Ranger kind of style, I would say. I'd be surprised if there's a second, but you never know. I can't get up on that, apparently. There we go. Yes, GG's to that guy. I got very close without me being able to hear him. Often seems to be the way. Let's get our CMS up before we do anything else, I think. Yeah, I feel like he's alone. Because I could only just see him. I wasn't sure if I hit him when he was up on the top. Okay. Gotta hop on back on some Tarkov. When it goes well, it's really fun. Did we kill Yurik before? Is this the same MP7 man? If it is, I feel a bit sad for him. I think we killed him last time. Yeah, same kit as well. XMC with the thingy. I'm pretty glad he didn't hit me. Well, he hit me just in the stomach, right? We'll just haul his kit out and go again. Like, we're damaged on the chest, so... His nade went, like, over, off to the side. It bounced in a really weird way. And then he moved for my nade. But then I just didn't hear him after that. Oh yeah, it's way better than the old zone, for sure. Yeah, he did throw one, but it went doink, like right off. I saw it disappear off to the side. I don't think anyone's done an in-depth video on stims. I've done a stims one, which is about more of like the interesting mechanics around them. I feel like I have. Like Ewing's done, I think Ewing's done one. I think Jesse's done one. There's a guy called he's like a new-ish creator called Johnny Busok. He's done one as well. He did like explaining every stim. The Pure Magnum FMJ to the arm, indeed. GG, got to ask, how is the current cheat situation? It never felt bad for me before. It doesn't feel bad for me now. I don't know what to say. It's just like it's hard for me, right? Because as a solo player, it's really difficult to know whether you're getting cheated or not. And it never felt bad for me before, even when everyone was saying it was bad. And then the video came out, and I'm just like, it still doesn't, like, I don't know, man. Like, I can't tell when I'm getting cheated on. It's really hard to know. Few Stim videos, but new ones added since then. Well, what was the last one that I did? I don't remember now. Oh, mine was like October 2022. I was like the best stims and hidden tricks. That's the one I did. But yeah, that was a year, well, not a year ago. Actually, October 2022 is not that long ago. Yeah, this is the Subsonic Man. Is Tagilla on. And his Axum C. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is, yeah, so that's the M80s, that's the M62s, that's the M61s. We unload this, put that back in here. Gonna repair this back up to here. We're starting to get into a bit dangerous territory, I think, with this armor, but it'll be fine, I'm sure. Yeah, it was this guy. We killed him earlier. You know, we're also technically doing this one as well. We need one more for counteraction. One I never completed. It's quite hard to find bears on Lighthouse, in my experience. Right. Propitol. Everything else okay? I think so. I think everything else is fine. Streamer service of less cheaters. I don't know, dude. It's just if somebody turns up and headshots your whole group, it's way easier to know than if you just get headshot on your own as a solo. Like playing as a solo, in some ways it's quite nice because you just never really see it. Like very rarely do you think, "Oh, I'm being cheated on," if you're thinking critically about it, because you just can't tell. Right, probably got another raid in there, something. Finally, someone has the same problems with identifying cheaters as I do. Dude, you just can't tell. I don't think you can. It's really difficult. Ratio of cheaters in NA compared to the rest of the world? More, same everywhere. Tweak was saying that EU felt really bad for ages, and then NA. I don't really know. I do wonder. It'll be 5 members as words. Yeah. It's good gig. Just on the way home for lunch, listening to Scav talk. Nice one, man. Never tell the cheat unless they're flying. Unless they fly or unless they VoIP at you, you can never know because of the way DSync works and the way that the servers perform sometimes. Helmet? There's no point really redoing it. Did I forget my paracord and my Meldonin? It was about SJ12. That was the last one I did, yeah. It's fire, whatever. It'll be okay. Paracord, schmaracord. We've got a normal armor on as well, so... Oh no, I guess it is a rig. No, it is a rig. You're right. Baby's awake. Have a good stream. Thanks, Caption. See you later. And forgot the Meldy. Yeah. We ain't cancelling. This is really obvious to get 16 shot to the thorax with M855. Maybe. Even then, all the shots could come at once, or could just be luck. It happens sometimes. What's the best bang for buck grenade? I just use the ones I get off my scav. Just run your scav enough, and eventually you'll just have like tons of grenades. There's a barter for the VOG 25s, which I don't think. Sorry, the VOG 17, I think it is. The longer one, which is not too bad. I just use the ones that I have. I don't ever really buy nades. I just bring 1 or 2. I don't use them lots as a solo, just because they're hard to use. I find you have to be in a certain circumstance to actually use nades properly as a solo player, because I tend to push on people using nades a lot now, and it works quite well. Fuses for VOG 17. Yeah, that one's quite good. I like that one. So really any of them. I mean, they're not that expensive either. What are they, about 9k for either an RGD or a VOG? Sorry, or F1. They're not that bad. But yeah, if you run with your scav, you often get them, man. It's amazing, actually, how many you end up with. Loosen scav? Yeah. Just run through factory. I just run through factory with my scav all the time. Don't think what nade you use matters as much. Yeah. The only one that really makes a difference is like M67, because they have such a long fuse, you can kind of bait people with them and stuff. They do have a big boom. I just use them to push people around. I never get kills with them. Like, I haven't finished Grenadier because I just have to force it with impact. But now you can't even buy those. You have to find them in grenade cases and stuff. It's a bit of a problem, you know. Only use nades if they can't hear me, pull them out. It's fine if they can hear you if they can't push you. If they're in pushing range, then it's really hard to use them, yeah. Doesn't really matter, just use the cheap one. Just try not to use flashes, because you can tell the difference between the flash, and they go off really fast too, so they give you slightly less sort of like grace period, you know what I mean? Like, the beauty is, like, people hear the nade, or they hear the pin pull, or whatever, and then they're like, oh, and everyone's waiting for the explosion to go off before they kind of do their next thing. Whereas flashes, they have such a short... That's not going to count, unfortunately, but this spawn really sucks. Spawn's actually just a joke. Ah! Maybe their teammate was AFK? Well, that was mad. That was nutty. I don't think any of those will count for the quest, unfortunately, because it's too far in. What the hell? Madness. These counteractions complete, exactly. Poor guys. It was kind of fun. Okay, we got M6 wand. Fair enough. Somebody's actually finally using M6 wand. It is good. It will kill people with class 4, like 5 on really, really easily. M6 wand is OP. 2 out of 3, not bad. One of them stood still, though. Thought they got rid of those 2 spawns simultaneously. They definitely should. Ran into a 4-man on the spawn, killed 3, and none of them counted for assessment or test drive, as I was too close. Yeah, it's a shame, because of the way that the map kind of curls round on that right-hand side. You're above the bridge, and so it doesn't count for the quest, which sucks. Someone's gone, just like getting yelled at in Discord for being AFK on load-in. Yeah, I know. At least they're right next to the extract, you know. You can always just go out through Path to Shoreline if you start there. So they can reset it relatively easily, but yeah, it still kind of sucks for them. Let's check. I'm pretty sure that won't count on either account, which is a pain. But... did that count or not? Maybe they did count. 17 out of 20. I've only got 3 to do. Or was that the one before? I'm not sure. But we did complete this finally. Counteraction. Oops, where is it? Right, so we've got to turn in these tags. Let's just turn the baby tags in. The little ones. Because the other ones, these ones, all these high-level guys are useful for other stuff. You can make this easier by sorting it inside the case. Because then it appears in this view in the right way. But we're not going to do that. We just got to pick 20 low-ish tags. Anything with a teen on it, we'll just go with. 30. I guess we might have to go into the 20s. Oh, that's 17. Or the Bambi farming. What else? Are we in the 20s? I think we are. Oh yeah, because this is just bears, isn't it? That's the reason. Then what's kind of low on this? 20, 22. Got a 25 up here. Got a 23 down there. Yeah, we'll probably have to go 25. 26. 26. 20. 27. Zubacop, one of my viewers. We had an encounter on woods. It was funny. 23. Oh, there's a 20 there. Okay. I think that'll do. And now you can get the flashbang round. Great. Not that I need it. We already did that quest before by crafting it. Oh, you get an intel though. Nice and pricey. Right, the question is, can we get in and just do a quick scav, see if we can kill a PMC? Let's try it. Is 48 vertical recoil for the AKM good? It's okay. The problem with the AKM, it just doesn't have very good auto control, so it'll never be amazing, but they lowered the chance of that happening. They should just delete it completely. We had a thermal. Who had the thermal, Slimo? Was it the final guy? Was there only 3 of you, or was there more? I thought that was fun. It was crazy that it was so early and quick. The guy that killed you. I don't think it would have made any difference if he had a thermal anyway. Like, he could have killed me with a normal scope, because we were kind of fighting close. Did I damage him? Did I nearly kill him? I thought he was nearly dead. One of us crashed? Oh man, that sucks. I killed that guy. I was like, he might come alive any minute, so now that I'm trained on him, I may as well just take him out. Scav doesn't have an M1A? Yeah, we thought they were AFK. Yeah, we were. Why are the intel so pricey? Yeah, it is because of Scav case, I think. Any other barter for it or anything? No. Anyway, GG's guys. You can have the lovely knight armor. One of a kind. It's been repaired a couple of times, but fun regardless of the fact that the spawn sucks. Enjoy the rest of your raids, friends. Right, where's the PMC? What we got on us? Not much. A bandage, so they were a bit... Hup. Is that to kill her? Or is that someone shouting? That's a... Ah. Should try and use the broken... What the hell's happening here? This guy's like locked on somehow. Oh, we've got HP, we've got to shoot legs.
Вижу их! Попал в него!
Where'd he go? We went into the stairwell outside. Maybe he died. I don't know. Big old pilgrim. Any other guns we want? No, I don't think so. Not in here, is there? We heard like some shots from over here. A scav. Sounds like the far kind of like med corner, or whatever, like down here. Make a beeline. No? Okay, I thought they'd be in here. Maybe underground. Just load a few more HPs in. It sounded like to kill her, didn't it? We have one chance. Hey! Got him!
Нехороший вы, блядь, человек.
Now I'm hoping that he was a traitor scav. I'm hoping so. Scavs are known for their immortal pain tolerance. Key card, exactly. Oh no! No! Hi, Kill Switch. Love YouTube videos. First wipe. More than a few videos. Pretty sure we'll still be looking for my pocket watch. No problem, buddy. Is the event over? Yeah, it was over at the weekend. Crazy how little you hear without headphones. I know, it's nuts, right? Nuts. Strong dead leg, absolutely. There we go, well that was fun. I always enjoy a little bit of PMC hunting. It wasn't a PMC, but it was the traitor scav. I think we might lose karma. I hope not, but we might lose karma. If you kill the PMC, some other scav run, turn it player. F1 VoIPed, didn't say anything, so I killed him. He's a scav, ripped my 6th rep. Yeah, you lose a lot. Let's see, let's just dump everything in. I'll deal with this crap later. You guys don't have to deal with that. Oh, did I click go too fast? I'm not sure if I got me rep or not. He shot you. He hit you first. True. Very true. Regardless of what happened. Perfect. Like my worst nightmare. Nightmare versus Scav Gigabee for the semi-auto going for legs. The HP SKS. How many in-game hours do you have? Probably about 7k, I think. A lot of it's just me sat in menu though, doing stuff for videos, like taking screenshots and stuff. So it's not like I don't have that much actual in-game experience. Yeah, 6.9. I probably played less than half of this, probably 3k. I'm like a 3,000 hour player, I would say, rather than a 7,000. Somebody who like actually played and streamed to 7,000 hours, someone like Desmond. I'm like less than half of his game time. There we go. Cool guys. Well, you know what? It's been a blast. Today I've actually really enjoyed myself. It's been really fun. I don't know whether we're going to carry on using the M1A. We may not. Gonna have to see. But it's just, you know, it's one of those things where got to just try different guns. We might end up using the MDR. Like, it's not necessarily my kind of gun, the M1A. Like, I'm not really a semi-auto kind of player. We made it work eventually. You know, it wasn't too bad. We managed to actually get it to function to, you know, some extent at least. We got some good kills, and we're kind of close to the end of this quest. Like, we're nearly on network assessment 2, so we've only got 3 more to do. But remember, if you're ending the stream, the air filter. Thank you. This is exactly what I keep you guys around for. I love playing solo with chat, by the way. I don't know whether you can tell. Playing solo on my own, I get really annoyed and frustrated. It's just, I actually really love streaming it. Like, I've come to love playing with chat. I think it's fantastic. A much better experience than playing just by myself, I feel. Turn off the generator? Nah, I'm not turning off the generator. We've got all this stuff running. Look at all this business going. Rightio, friends. Well, we're going to go on the Twitch side. We're going to go from raid Mr. Jesse Kazam, a good friend of the channel, and over on the YouTube side. Well, I just hope you have a wonderful day. We've got a video coming out tomorrow. Slightly different style. Trying out something slightly story-based. So when it comes out, go and watch it. Even if you're not going to watch all of it, leave it on. Leave it running till the end. That's what YouTube cares about. So if you want to help the channel, just leave the videos running until the end, because YouTube cares about watch time more than basically anything else. So I'm surprised actually more YouTubers don't ask for that. But anyway, that's another story. I will see all of you probably on Thursday, which is when I'll be streaming next. And until then, yeah, enjoy the vid tomorrow, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, friends.